taking himself for a championship.
A double play wins it from Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. Micaiah touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
Well, it's been a rainy day, but we are at week number 5 here at a wet Lawson field, and we should have a great showdown tonight between the Fairfield Tigers and the Jackson-Olin Mustangs. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tommy Wood, along with Coach Rick Rhodes as we get set for week 5. And, Coach, when you get to this point of the season, you break out of region play, but sometimes you find a pretty doggone good opponent on the other side.
Well, we've got a good old-fashioned backyard brawl tonight. A lot of pride at stake. It should be a real good one.
Well, Coach, talk about some of these players in this game. We have got some incredible athletes to show you here tonight.
What we really do is you see number 2 right there, Malachi Holt-Bennett, the all-purpose player for Fairfield, all-state player in 2019. He had 147 yards rushing last time out against John Carroll and threw a touchdown pass as well.
On the other side, a pretty good defender to try to put the stops on him.
Sure is. 6'4", 243-pound Kassan Boston has already been offered by Mississippi State and Georgia Tech. He's one of the best combinations of speed and power that we'll see this year.
Well, Coach, when you get to this point of the year and you've got to have a big game, it's going to come down to several key plays, but what are some of our keys to the game tonight?
Well, Fairfield is off to a 3-1 start, the best start they've had in a while, but they've been up and down offensively. They're going to have success in the red zone, no turnovers, and eliminate those untimely mistakes. For Jackson-Olin, look for the big play. It's a big play football team. When they can do that and establish the run, that offense moves.
It's a non-region showdown, a big battle on the way tonight. Fairfield taking on Jackson-Olin coming up next.
While you're at home with family for the next few weeks, don't put off scheduling home repairs. Call Ox Foundation for a free estimate. With more time at home, you tend to notice things you haven't in the past. Mold and moisture in your basement or crawl space, uneven driveways, stair-step cracks in your exterior brick, uneven floors and doors. If your home is showing weakness, it's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Stay strong, Alabama.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune into WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. Thursday, October 1st, the Randolph County Tigers travel to Fayetteville to take on the Fayetteville Wolves. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Without our contest officials, we would have no contest. I truly encourage our parents to be a shining example of sportsmanship regarding our contest officials and setting example for everyone, as well as coaches and fans across this state, to treat our officials with respect.
At Lawson Field, getting set for this showdown between the Tigers and the Mustangs as we get ready for another Thursday night of high school football. And, Coach, when you look at these two teams, they're led by two good coaches, two strong young men.
Yeah, they are. Coach Keon Hadley, 13 and 22 in his career there, but 3-1 this year, the best start that Fairfield has had since, help me out here, Tommy, 2004?
2014, actually.
2014,
trying to go 4-1 for the first time since then, but they have been few and far between. Hanley trying to get that turned around. I think that makes tonight's game even more important for his program to get that 4th win here in the first 5 weeks. So big key tonight for the Fairfield Tigers. On the other sideline, Tim Bakakis, and we've talked about the guys that he's turned out, and amazing talent. When you look back, he's had an All-American come out of JO each of the last 4 seasons. You see him there, and we'll talk a lot tonight about the tradition that he's starting to build, especially defensively when you talk about Coach Vakakis. But he is a great leader there for J.O.
Well, you look at the talent that they have produced there, the stability that he has given that program. I mean, the record 37-39 is not stellar by some standards, but you have to remember that in the previous 18 years before Coach Vakakis got there, they only won 20 games. So he has really brought a lot to that program, and he's got a very, very good young football team tonight.
And the key word there is young. I mean, we're talking about it a little bit earlier. He's going to start 2 on the defensive side as far as seniors, 3 seniors on the offensive side. And talking to him earlier this week, there will be times tonight when you look at that defense for Jackson-Olin, which is a really good defense, and they may have 7 or 8 sophomores or freshmen out there at the same time.
Yeah, and very talented young players too. You know, he listed some of his young players and guys that have tremendous potential, and you can see the energy building on the Tiger sideline. I'm sure glad when I coached we didn't do that, Tommy.
I was wondering if you jumped around.
No, I wasn't much of a jumper.
I knew you were going to try it here tonight. I was waiting to see if that was going to get you ready for the game.
I was mainly back by the water cooler.
Hey, this game was moved to Fairfield from the home stadium to Lawson Field tonight just because of the rain that was coming in. Right now, not really raining at this point, but we've seen a pretty good downpour a little bit earlier. There may be more coming throughout the game. So we've got some of those bands coming off, and we may see some more showers. And that makes, when you talk about, Coach, the keys to the ball game, when we talk about turnovers, a wet condition really can create havoc for your offenses.
Yeah, it really can. You know, a couple things that you got to do on a wet field is, first of all, you know, the center quarterback exchange becomes real important. 2 hands on the ball when you're carrying the football. But the other thing is there's an old saying that coaches talk about on wet fields, and that is keep your weight between your ankles. You want to shorten your stride just a little bit. You think about it. You get up on those toes and get the balance of your weight outside your ankles. You're going to trip and you're going to fall. On a wet field, that becomes even more important. Good
look there at Bennett for Fairfield, a 4-star athlete. He has committed to play football at UAB. A big surprise there down at the last minute. He was between Ole Miss, Georgia, South Carolina, as well as Louisville and UAB. And he said he wanted to stay home and play at UAB's for Coach Bill Clark. So
he's an exciting young player, Tommy. He'll be pretty special, I think, down the road from his home.
Going to be fun to watch as Amadou Ba will kick off for the Jackson-Olin Mustangs. There's Jacoby Albert back deep.
I kind of like the unis tonight, Tommy.
Yeah.
Both teams decked out pretty well.
Look really good there, and best of ours is we can actually see the numbers. So
yes,
we appreciate the white numbers on the dark jersey. A little pooch kick, going to bounce, and J.O. may have gotten on it.
I tell you what,
I believe they did. That was perfectly executed to open the game, and it's going to be recovered. Looks like Mikhail McCurdy. He just kind of pooches it up.
Well, you're not going to see a better wedge shot on the PGA Tour. Look at that thing back up when it hits. And nice reaction and great hands to recover that thing. I tell you what, that's not easy. An easy ball to pick. I mean, McCurdy picked that ball out of the air like there was nothing to it.
Nobody loves you like you, Amadou Ba, as he gets the perfect shot on the opening kickoff. And here's the J.O. offense, 1st down and 10, low in there at quarterback. He'll run the sweep to the left side. Cut off, cuts it back and a couple of yards forward on the carry that time. Looks to be Brown as he gets the start here tonight. We'll also see some of Kendrick Jones. He is only a freshman, but Brown that time with a minimal gain on 1st down. Sets up 2nd and long.
And keep in mind now that Jackson-Olin has 4 backs that average over 6 yards a carry. So their running game sets up a lot of stuff.
This time Lowe keeps it on the perimeter. RPO turns it up, breaks the 1st tackle. Falls forward to the 25-yard line. Going to set up 3rd and looks like about 5 or 6 to go.
Yeah, he had a streak route by the outside receiver, and he got between the safety and the corner to that side. I thought for a minute he was going to drill that ball right in between for a big one, but he thought better of it and pulled it down and brought this 3rd and long situation.
Possession down here. We'll call it about 6.5 to go. It's Lowe. Drops back. Going to throw it down deep. Got a man one-handed, can't hang on. Had it momentarily as he was looking down the near sideline for Jones. He had a couple of touchdowns last week. Jones got a hand on it. Could not haul it in. Going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I'm anxious to see if it was just a one-handed try or if that other arm was pinned to the body. It looked like it was. Good try on the one-handed. Don't like to see those long sleeves on those receivers, Tommy. That ball will slide off those arms in that kind of situation.
Big fourth down here as J.O. will try to take advantage of the onside kick to start the game. Fourth and about 6.5, low snap to low. Now he's going to take it and try to run for it. Comes near side, going to hit, spin, gets inside the 30 to about the 29. And let's see here, looks like he's going to be short. Let's see, they may have to bring the chain out. It's going to be close. Nope, he will pick it up by maybe the football length.
Number 8 on the carry,
As
Mustang,
Lowe will
first
pick it
down.
up, and that is an Amherst first down for the Mustangs. Talk about getting it on your own. He spins out there, and that last little second effort lunge right there, able to get it back to the running game. This is Jones on the carry. He'll weave his way in traffic and fall forward.
Nice little dancing move right there, a little jump cut by Kendrick Jones. And you can see why he averages 7.6 yards a carry on the season.
As we said, just a freshman. He's bent it up to make the stop. He'll be playing both ways tonight for the Tigers. Low, hit, dives, nope, keeps the feet alive, gets forward. That's a good run and a good hit on the other end. On the stop that time for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's the quarterback keep off of the outside zone. Pretty well defended by Fairfield that time.
Low, 6'3", 190, junior quarterback, and has a chance to be very special for Coach Tim Vakakis. He'll call out the signals here with Jones in the backfield. He'll keep it left side, finds a little gap, and he will fight his way inside the 20. Looks like he'll reach about the 18-yard line for the Sarah Automotive red zone. First trip for the J.O. Mustangs.
That quarterback run is causing some problems. Fairfield that time brought their Mike linebacker, picked up pretty well by the Jackson-Olin offensive line.
First down, Mustangs.
As we wind that clock, but
over to Jones. He'll lower his shoulder, get inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Pretty good drive now for Jackson-Olin.
Yeah, that's the double pull off tackle play that so many people are running now. The guard pulls, kicks out the defensive end. The tackle leads through. As you look right to left on your screen, you can see the double pull, and I think that may be the H-back that led through, not the tackle. It'd be number 10 for Jackson-Olin. That would be T.J. Shorts.
This time, fakes the speed sweep, going to keep it, and they'll pull him down after a minimal gain there, maybe a yard.
Yeah, tried to come back and run the quarterback power again off of the speed sweep look, but that time Fairfield would have none of it. Very well defended, a whole host of Tigers right there to make the play.
J.O. gets the onside kick, now trying to go in and cash it for the first score of the night. Trying to get inside the 9 for a first down. They'll go to Jones. Good tough running. He gets in there and will fight his way to about the 8-yard line. So another first down. Should be first and goal now after an Amherst first down for the Jackson-Olin Mustangs.
It's a real good looking freshman running back right there. He shows pretty good vision right here. Just the inside zone. Watch this little cut to his left right there. Takes a glancing blow, but picks up an extra yard.
And we will have a timeout on the field, and a timeout gives us a break as well. J.O. on the move when we come back.
Things a little bumpy in your driveway? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your home. Ox Foundation Solutions will come up with the right fix for you. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune into WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. Thursday, October 1st, the Randolph County Tigers travel to Fayetteville to take on the Fayetteville Wolves. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Thanks to all the folks that make this broadcast possible each and every week. And we want to welcome in GM Don Wood and the Sarah Automotive team as they are part of the broadcast tonight. Welcome to the family. Got locations. You got in Sylacauga, the Ford dealership, also the Honda and Nissan, all in Sylacauga. Again, Sarah Automotive, as they help to bring you the high school football game of the week each Thursday.
Well, Coach, yeah, as I say, he's got to be happy with the way this game has started out. Heads up play to get the onside kick, and got a nice little drive going.
Coach Hanley there trying to come up with a stop. It's first down and goal for the Mustangs. A little power set now.
Boy, they are foot to foot in there, Tommy.
They are. Going to be the keeper on the right side and chop down. That is a good defensive play on the carry that time. It is going to be TJ Shorts, and he's brought down by Bennett defensively.
Well, you can see a nice job of sealing by the right side of the Jackson-Olin offensive line, but somebody's got to climb up to the second level and handle some of those linebackers and defensive backs. And you can see lots of white shirts unblocked in that second level of defense, and they hold that play to nothing.
Did we have a ball pop loose? Did
it looks like there is.
It looks like
there's a change.
Yeah. So again, that actually was a stop as we lost sight of the down marker, and it's that was a fourth down stop. So here comes the Fairfield offense, first down and 10. Bennett's going to have it now as he will lead the charges. Wide receiver, and again an all-state performer last season, and now makes the move over to quarterback. Had 20 attempts last week. He'll pitch it back on the option, trying to get to the corner, and forced out of bounds across the way. Looks like Jacoby Albert, as he will be pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 8.
Yeah, just the modern version of the old triple option. You put the ball in the belly of the back run of the zone, bring it out, option the flat defender. Very well executed by Fairfield.
Good gain on first down out of the shadow of your own goal post. As we said, Bennett last week, 20 rushing attempts. He'll go back to the handoff here, down to about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, ran the veer play that time. Good blocking up front, and
first down, Fairfield.
You know, just what an option offense wants to get, and picks up a big first down.
It's going to be an Amherst first down. Fox on the carry there. So the Tigers, consecutive plays, good positive yardage. Motion man across. Bennett this time pitches it back. Got room on the outside, 25. And out to about the 30-yard line again. That on the carry is going to be Albert.
First down, Tigers.
And another Amherst first down for Fairfield, and they're just finding those running lanes on the outside, Coach.
Well, they're doing a great job of executing the option. I mean, Bennett that time got a hard charging in right in his face. He disconnected just like you're supposed to. Got the ball pitched in a hurry, and there was no pursuit from the Jackson-Olin defense. And, of course, when you play against option teams, which Fairfield definitely is to this point in this game, somebody's got to have the dive, somebody's got to have the quarterback, and somebody's got to have the pitch. And right now Jackson-Olin is –
ball's loose that time. And that time Bennett went with the fake. A little miscommunication there. It pops loose, but Johnny on the spot is going to be Albert.
Well, he's going to drag the ball on the running back's hip right there. You can see once that ball passes the front foot of the quarterback, can't try to pull it. If he does, he's going to drag it on that hip, and it's going to end up on the ground just about every time.
Boston in there creating havoc. Of course, 6'4", 245, already offers from Mississippi State and Georgia Tech. And he is a good-looking defensive end and came in and kind of created some problems in the backfield there. Sits up 2nd and 14 now. Nice snap. We'll go with a straight give on the left side. Stopped by the all-name team, Sugar Wolf Perry, 6'2", 265. He is a sophomore, and I've been waiting all week to give you that one, Coach.
You know, I don't know many Sugar Wolves I've known in my time. 6'2", 264-pound sophomore. I guess formerly known as Tyquarius, but by gosh, it says Sugar Wolf, and Sugar Wolf it is.
Coach Vakakis says he has a chance to be big time by the time he finishes at Jackson-Olin. Like we said, only a sophomore. Third down here and long. Throw out in the flats and able to come in with a good catch that time.
First down,
that's going to be Braxton who hauls it in, and that will be another first down for Fairfield.
Real nice throw by Bennett this time. They run a short out by the outside receiver and about a 14-yard turn out by the inside receiver, and ball's right on the money, thrown right on the break. And in the early going, Holt Bennett has certainly lived up to his advanced billing. He's been very impressive.
First down and 10. There's Keon Hanley there. It's been one season as Selma back in 2016. New quarterback in the game now. That's Eric Hanley. That would be Coach Hanley's son. And off left side. Pretty good run there, but we got a flag. Looks like in the area of holding.
Flag on the play.
I would say you're probably right on that one, Tommy.
Looks like they were right on that left-hand side where the hole was created. And that is the indication. So that's going to go against the Tigers.
And Coach didn't like that much. Can't blame him. The bone of all offensive drives, you get something going, a lot of momentum, and the old laundry rears its ugly head.
Eric Hanley, who's in there at quarterback, is Coach Keon Hanley's son, and he is a freshman. And now it is punting time for the Tigers. Get the snap back there, pressure off the side of his foot, going to be short, going to hit and bounce back. And going to be great field position now for J.O. inside the 40-yard line.
Real good pressure by Jackson-Olin. Had to kind of short foot that thing to get it out of there without getting it blocked, and the result is not much distance at all.
Change possession, Mustang football.
So first down and 10 for J.O. Our second look there at Malik Lowe. Outstanding quarterback for the Mustangs.
He's thrown for right at 600 yards on the year with 5 TD passes.
On the outside there, a little bit low, and did he go down and get it? Intended for Sager out there.
I think they're ruling it a catch, and a little hitch route on the outside. The ball's underthrown a good bit. Got his hands underneath. Nice catch.
He got the hands under there and just cradled it and pulled it in. Job by Sager there. Second down. Back again, throwing down the middle, got his man, but it's tipped and almost picked off. A hand on it by Malachi Holt Bennett.
Incomplete
Looking
pass.
for Kaiser across the middle, and watch Bennett get up there and just get a hand on it and mess that up. It looked like if Bennett's not there, that's 6 points. That was a well-thrown football.
And I really think that if he would have waited just a half a second longer and thrown it right in that hole between those linebackers, it might have been a touchdown as well. Pretty hard to throw that ball over the top of linebackers.
Got a penalty on that one. That's going to move it back and make it now second down and 8. So it wouldn't have counted either way.
It looks like we're running the claw circle play. We'll see what that is.
Go to the handoff on the left side. You hand it to that guy and watch him make folks miss. That is a good run down to the 25-yard line. Another first down. Kendrick Jones on the carry. He is very elusive.
21 on the
You're going to
carry,
see
Jones
big number 61 for Jackson-Olin leading through right there. That is Jamarcus Smith, another young player, a freshman. Nothing right there, Tommy.
That time on the blitz coming in there, and they stop him in the backfield. They said he was elusive, but that time he is tracked down in the backfield by number 75 there. We do not have a roster that has his number on it, so good stop in the backfield nonetheless. Also, there's number 6. I believe that's going to be Dukes.
Yeah, you can see they blitzed the Mike linebacker right up the chute and was untouched and made a heads-up play, and the minus yardage was the result.
Low gives it back to Jones. Jones, good cut. Called from behind and spun down. And I think one thing you said earlier, Coach, about his vision, you see that here early. He saw that gap back to the backside, and if he's not caught from behind, he's cutting to the right there, because he saw all of the wave of the defense had made their way across, and he could cut it back and have a big gain.
You are so right, Tommy.
This time they'll fake the sweep, bubble screen back the other side, underthrown, incomplete. Trying to find Kaiser. I don't think that one was going to go very far anyway. The defense had snuffed that one out.
Probably very fortunate for the Mustangs that ball did bounce and was incomplete, because that one would have been a minus yardage player, or might have even gone back the other way, and that brings up this big 4th down, Tommy.
And the Mustangs going to go for it here. Big 4th down. They were stopped earlier when they went for it on 4th. They'll do it again right here. 2:08 left in the first period. Tim Bakakis, riverboat gambler here tonight. But again, both times he's had good field position in which to do that. I mean, it's not like he's backed up. But a big play coming right here at about the 23-yard line. Low is back down the middle, over on the side there. Kaiser, did he get a foot in? They say no, out of bounds. Kaiser with a great catch, but could not get the foot inbound.
And of course, he's had some big games this year. Had a big game against Pinson Valley earlier, and you can see that the right foot is clearly on the line. Nice catch, good concentration, just can't get the foot down inbounds.
Great job by the official. Look at that. That's when you know your official's in the right spot. He's got the kneel down, looking right at the line. And that is going to be turnover on 4th down again for the Mustangs, and here comes that Fairfield offense.
So that's 2 great field position drives that Jackson-Olin has had, and has come up with nothing, and you can see the frustration that can cause. And Fairfield stops in yet another drive.
Hanley goes to Fox. Fox will find forward. Get a couple of good hard-earned yards there. Set up a 2nd down and long.
Pretty physical football game, Tommy. It's very intense up front on both sides of the ball.
And a lot of action between the tackles, too.
Yes.
You're seeing them keep it inside. Fairfield a little bit of success on the outside earlier, but a lot of these runs have come between the tackles. And these 2 warriors in the trenches, see those guys right there? That's who's really making it happen right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty healthy young man right there. Again, our roster is not quite complete. The number we have is 59, says it's 5'3", 195 pounds, and I don't believe that is that young man right there.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that's going to be him.
Might have been him in the 1st grade.
Might have been 6'3", 295. I think.
All right, you got him in junior high. Now keep going.
There you go. There's Hanley at quarterback. Closing moments of the first period. And run by Fox there.
Good push up front that time by the Tiger offensive line. Good movement, and nice running by that young man right there.
It's just 2 teams just smash mouth football right now.
They're coming after each other. There is no question about it.
They're just lining up, trying to create a little gap in there, and you got Fox on one side running the football, Jones on the other, picking up some good yardage. Big 3rd down play here, trying to keep the drive going. It's going to be Fox as he cuts it back in, and that Mustang defense is there, but after the push, he may have benefited there. Let's see. That just entire pile just moved forward.
Well, big number 59 was the engine at the back of the pile, I think, that pushed him for, I believe it was a 1st down.
Yeah, that's an first down now for Fairfield. They're able to move the chains and keep the drive going to about the 34-yard line. Clock rolling. Should be the final play here in the first. Hanley's back, throws it deep down the middle, got a man too tall, incomplete. Looking down the middle there, and it's broken up. Good defensive play that time by McCurdy, as he's able to come over and shake that one loose.
Pass by McCurdy for
You
the
know, that
touchdown.
area, excuse me, Tom, go ahead. I was just gonna say that area over the middle, you know, that 18 to 22 yard sweet spot, once you get a little bit deeper than 22 yards, is right into those safeties. Less than 18, the linebackers can be a factor in that, and that time ball and the route just a little bit too deep to be uncontested.
Talking about the quarterback, Eric Hanley there. Only a freshman. He's a good-looking freshman.
Yeah, he showed a live arm.
And I believe that Coach Hanley on the sideline has called a timeout. And we'll keep it right here. But we talked about Coach Hanley, again, spending 2016 at Selma, went 1-9. He had taken off a lot of time as he had been a coach previously, an assistant coach, kind of gave that up to help his sons play in Little League. And he said he wanted to just spend time with them and be to really bond with his sons. And I mean, that's very admirable for a coach to do, to kind of get away from coaching, just to wanted to spend time with his kid.
Well, you know, just reading the things in his bio, he seems to be very much a people person, really concerned about his players. I think they had a cleanup day this year in the preseason where they cleaned up around the city, and just wants his young men to grow up to be good citizens.
Plenty of football coming your way this weekend, and it all starts tonight, but we've got another dandy coming up tomorrow night. Friday night rivals. Should be an excellent football game tomorrow evening, as Pleasant Grove will visit Volunteer Stadium, taking on Central Clay. Airtime 7 o'clock on My 68. A rematch of the Class 5A state title game from 2019 that came down to the final yard. Pleasant Grove not able to cash it in. The Volunteers come up with a stop and win the championship last season. They will play tomorrow night in a rematch of that game at Clay Central beginning at 7. You can catch it on My 68. Also, don't forget Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, right here on WOTM. A chance to watch that one again. So should be a great ball game tomorrow night.
Yeah, classic rematch. Tom, you going to be able to make that one, or are you going to be busy tomorrow night?
You know, I think I'm going to make that one. I'll go check that one out and try to enjoy that game. So it should be a fun one there.
He will not be an unbiased observer of that one.
Not
folks.
tomorrow night. Not tomorrow night. 3 seconds left here in this first period. Fairfield using the timeout there. J.O. has had great field position this entire first period, just not able to get on the board. Fairfield's been backed up. Now the football out at the 34-yard line. Hanley with the give, hitting the backfield, spun away, and big yardage after a tough run. That is a great play by Fox. He is hit in the backfield but spins away. And now Fairfield got something cooking as the first period draws to a close.
Students learn sportsmanship from us, our coaches, the administration of the school, the parents. That's how we learn sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the greatest tools that we can give our student athletes. It's respecting the game you're playing. It's respecting your opponent, respecting the field of play. That's what good sportsmanship is, and enjoying the game while you're playing. Tim Vakakis right there, getting ready for the second period, and
Spending time on that JO sideline, but Coach, he is also known the Fairfield side as well.
Well, the Vakakis family knows Fairfield pretty well. His dad was the head coach there, and I believe that the younger Coach Vakakis helped his dad over there a little bit in his younger days.
Yes, and he is, again, just continuing to build that program at Jackson-Olin. I'll tell you what, you look at that sideline, he's got some good-looking athletes right there. Again, thanks to all the folks that make this possible each and every Thursday night, and special thanks Kevin Weber, the folks at Ox Foundation Solutions, being on board with us since day one, and we appreciate them so much. Again, great folks to know. That is Ox Foundation Solutions, proud sponsor of the HSAA TV network. Second period underway. I think if you're a coach there, you're thinking, we've had a couple of opportunities. They've come up with a stop, but we're hanging right there with this is going to be a 4-quarter game.
Yeah, I think you're a little frustrated right now, though, because you know that you've had two really great opportunities and have come up snake eyes both times, and those things have a way of coming back to haunt you a little bit. And now Fairfield's got a pretty good little drive going themselves.
By
far, excuse me, Tom. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, by far the best field position that Fairfield has had.
Hanley rolls out, going to throw it, and too tall. Tried to go with the RPO there and find his man drifting out of there, and went to Braxton, but overshoots him, and that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, had a little bit of room there if that ball could have been thrown in a timely manner, and could have picked up some yardage.
Second down and 10. As we said, we saw Bennett open up the game. Now the switch to Hanley.
Yeah, he's an impressive freshman quarterback.
He really is. Good size, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Off to pass this time. Going to look out in the flats. Finds his man. Catch is made. And that's going to be Bennett, spun down inside the 40 at about the 39-yard line for an Amherst first down. You see the talent right there in Malachi Bennett.
He's just smooth as silk out here. Runs a little turn-in route to the inside. Watch these hands. He just plucks the ball out of the air and gets north and south in a hurry. Nice, soft hands. Really made it look easy.
Good size target out there. I say 6'2", 182. I think it's more like 6'3", maybe. He's a little bigger than that.
He's a tall-looking 6'2".
Got it first down and 10 now. They moved it into JO territory inside the 40. Will stop and go move by Fox. He's picked up and driven back. That's going to be Muse on the stop. Muse is a sophomore, holding offers already from the University of Tennessee, Mississippi State, and Georgia Tech. Not too bad for a 10th grader.
Not bad for a 10th grader, nope. 6 foot, 194 pounds. Great quickness, and as you saw on that play right there, an aggressive player.
We talked about the 4 All-Americans each of the last 4 years for Jackson-Olin. Coach Vakakis said Muse has the potential to be just like those 4. That's pretty high praise from a guy that knows how to identify some talent. Next pass, throwing the flats, can't hang on, trying to find Bennett out there.
It would have been a tough catch, but I think Bennett thinks he should have had it.
I think he expects to catch anything within a 5-yard radius.
Yeah, a little out route again, and I can see why. That ball went right between his hands. He had a shot to catch that. Would have been a great catch, but I think he fully expected himself to make that play.
10:54 left here in this first half. No scores you see there. Fairfield 3-1, trying to go 4-1 for the first time since 2014. Lone loss to Parker, shut out 25-0 way back in week 2. Flipping on the outside, too tall. Time just nowhere to put the football. Good coverage on the outside by that Mustang D.
Yeah, tried to roll to his left, never got his shoulder squared going to his left, and just couldn't get anything on the ball. And as you said, it was very well covered anyway. You see as he rolls to the left, you got to get that front shoulder pointed at your target. You see that his left shoulder is pointed about 5 yards behind where he ends up throwing it, and all he can do is just push the ball and just couldn't get anything on the throw.
And that's one thing you see with young quarterbacks, Coach, trying to throw against the body and trying to get those getting those hips and shoulders turned.
Well, you see it in old quarterbacks too.
True. Bennett going to try to punt it away, bobbles it. Now he's going to try to take off and run for it, and they're going to stop him.
Yeah, I really think he looked downfield, kind of assumed the catch, and even the great ones got to do the fundamentals, and that time he just took his eye off the ball. Nice play by that young man right there, Thibaut Rudolph.
Rudolph gets the stop, and now that JO offense will come back. He just takes a snap, was a little to the right, but very.
I think you can see the angle of the face mask. He's looking downfield just a little bit.
Credit that JO defensive team for not retreating back to go back for the punt. They're staying home.
Well, that's and Coach Hanley, I'm sure, will address this. That's two major mistakes in the kicking game, already that have cost them dearly in field position.
So first down and 10 for Jackson-Olin. Junior quarterback Malik Lowe. He'll have it first down and 10. At about the 40-yard line. And I believe we got a timeout on the field before they can get that play underway. So a quick change there. Coach Vakakis wants to know what's going on. He's going to give an explanation as we have the timeout on the field. Still no score midway through the second period.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Teams are getting out of the region play this week and taking a venture into the non-region action. But, of course, those region championships lead to the championship events, and those championship events lead you right here to WOTM, your exclusive TV home for all your AHSAA championship events. That includes the Super 7 from Bryant-Denny Stadium coming up in December. Also basketball, softball, and baseball as well. You can catch them all right here on WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the AHSAA championship events. No score here, second quarter, 10:43 left. And before this drive gets underway for the Mustangs, had to burn a timeout right there to get everything set. Looked like Lowe had looked to the side, kind of a little confusion before the play, and I think the play clock was winding down, so they quickly called the timeout to save the 5 yards. First and 10 now. We'll go back to Jones as he will try to cut it back. Makes several men miss, but he'll get about a yard, maybe a yard and a half there. Tough sledding on the inside on that play.
Yeah, tough going, and really the Mustang offensive line has done well to control the line of scrimmage, but they've been unable to get blockers up to those linebackers. They've been virtually untouched most of the first half, and they have made a lot of tackles, and really to this point have kept the Jackson-Olin offense in check.
Second down, about 9. Same play. This time they'll lose about 3 in the backfield. Fairfield getting plenty of penetration. It looks like Blair able to get back there and make that stop.
Yeah, it's a nice stunning move to the inside by Blair and hits that thing almost at the handoff. Look at him, he comes right up the chute, right outside of the offensive guard, untouched, and causing some confusion in the Jackson-Olin line. See it again right there. You can see it goes between the right tackle and right guard. Again, straight up field. Nice penetrating move and a big play.
Third down and long here. They'll pump short. Now in trouble. Lowe has it, and he'll be dropped. 3 big-time plays by that Fairfield defense, and now Jackson-Olin going to have to punt the football away. That's a big stop back there by Dukes.
Yeah, and I tell you what, the Fairfield offensive line or defensive line has given up a lot size-wise, but their quickness is paying off for them right now. So little twist move right there that was successful.
Punting time for the Mustangs here. In punt formation. Jones to punt it away. And there's Bennett. Very dangerous athlete as he waits to return this kick. That's a pretty good punt right there. Bennett's going to catch it above his head. Make one man miss, and the coverage catches up with him at about the 29-yard line. They'll get the stop there. And 1st and 10 for Fairfield.
Well, these two teams are pounding each other. The defenses have done what they needed to do, gotten the stops when they have to have them, and a little frustration by the offenses on both sides.
You know, coaches always say, you know, 2 or 3 plays can really change a ball game entirely. Right now, you get the feeling there's going to be a mistake along the way that's going to open the door for one of these teams to get on the board.
Yeah, all football games are decided by 5 plays. You just don't know when they're coming.
Yeah.
And so you play every play like it's going to be one of those 5.
Right now it's a 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. On the outside, catch is made. Bennett goes down there. He'll pick up about 56 yards.
Yeah, and that little hitch to the outside again. And what's happening is the flat defender for Jackson-Olin is getting depth but no width. And you can see that outside throw is been there all night, especially to the short side.
Swinging on the other side, catch is going to be made, weaving out of traffic to the 40-yard line, and now fighting ahead to about the 44, maybe the 45-yard line. It was good, tough running, especially after a contact. It's going to be House. I want you to watch, Coach. When the initial hit happens, he fights his way for 4 or 5 more yards.
It kind of weaves his way right there. A nice little double move and a little one-legged hop for about 3 yards. Really a nice combination of moves and a nice game.
So Fairfield able to get a couple of good plays here. 1st down and 10 now. Back to the running game. Fox hit and dropped immediately by who else but Sugar Wolf Perry, as he'll get the stop. Tebow Rudolph lost a helmet there. He'll have to check out.
Again, ran the zone to the inside, but as Jackson-Olin had some trouble getting blockers up to the 2nd level, why Fairfield had the same problem. Those linebackers unblocked right there to make the play.
Second down and long now. Hanley back, got pressure, steps up, going to be dropped. On the outside comes Boston. It's 6'4", 245, and
number 3.
Great football player there, and he just kind of beats his man with a quick rush around the outside and cuts it back in and able to bring him down the backfield.
And anytime you throw that quick game, your offensive line mentality is to get a big pop at the line of scrimmage. Not sure Coach Vakakis was all that crazy about the dance move, nor was the defensive line coach.
You're explaining to him how that does not need to happen again, but here we go. It's 3rd down and long, rolling out. Hanley looks, flips it out there, catch is made, and they'll bring him down. Good coverage out there by Caffey, as he'll get the stop.
Yeah, nice pursuit that time. And yet another sophomore, good-looking sophomore, 6'1", 206, and brings up a 4th down situation. Little rollout to the right side, had the flat route out right here, but watch Caffey close. Makes a nice open field tackle.
About as good as you can do it right there.
Yeah, nice job. Boy, that's a good-looking sophomore.
So punting time again. Back deep, it is McCurdy. Bennett going to kick it away for the Tigers. We'll take the snap. Kicks it, and this one does not go very far. It's going to hit, and it will roll dead, and now J.O. is going to get great field position again. They'll start at about the 47-yard line. Good chance for this J.O. team here with 5:35 left in the 1st half. But you watch Bennett right here. Gets the snap. Lets it go, and it just goes straight up.
Well, you can see the angle of the drop and the foot angle. You know, he hit it a little high, and really the ball didn't have much chance to go anywhere but straight up.
Now bad snap on the other side. Lowe goes back and gets it, and he's going to be buried. That's going to be a big loss on first down. The snap didn't look that bad. I believe Lowe could have been looking down the field before he got possession of it.
I think somebody greased this ball during the timeout. This one just slips right through his hands. Of course, it is a wet field. That may have had something to do with it, but nice penetration by Fairfield to force the negative yardage play.
So second down and a long way to go for this Mustang offense now. As we wind under 5 minutes left in this first half. Scoreless. Low on the outside. Caught out here by Kaiser Jones. He's hit, tries to fight forward, and will get all he can. And that's about the 41-yard line.
You know, Tommy, if you think back to what we talked about in the lead up to this game, we talked about impact plays, plus 20-yard plays, how important they would be for Jackson-Olin, and really Fairfield has allowed none of those to this point. The Mustang offense is not one that has been real patient. It's not 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and you know, those big chunks seem to be what set them up, and they just haven't been able to get any yet.
Lowe's going to look deep this time. And incomplete. He was looking for Kaiser Jones, now down the near side. They're unable to connect.
Yeah, ran a straight fly pattern, but the Fairfield defender ran right with him stride for stride. And again, you can see some frustration. Again, straight fly pattern, you can see just right where the defender's supposed to be, stride for stride right there, and just not much chance for success.
And Jones had worked his way to inside position. That pass was thrown pretty much over the outside, and I think if he throws it in the middle, he might have a chance there, but just unable to connect. So now it's fourth down, and Mustangs got to punt it away again. Jones back in punt formation. So he'll kick it away. Gonna hit and roll into the 20-yard line, and that's where we'll see the Fairfield offense take over first down and 10. Both teams able to get some offense going, but not string enough plays together, Coach, to be flirting with the end zone. We've had one trip to the red zone. That was a little bit early for Jackson-Olin. Since that time, a lot of action between the 20s.
Well, you said it exactly right, Tommy. The name of the game offensively, there's only two ways to score: string plays together or hit big ones, and neither team has been able to do either one of those to the extent to put points on the board yet. Defenses have a lot to do with that, but the offensive execution has hurt both teams a little bit as well.
Eric Hanley in punt form. Check that. Will be out there at quarterback this time. We saw Bennett a little bit earlier, and then now it's been Hanley's show since then. As he will give it up the middle. Fox hit and then drug back. Helmet pops off. Muse on the stop. Now check that. Boston leading the way as they will bring Fox down. He'll have to check out for losing the headgear.
Again, I know I'm being repetitive, but it is the key to the thing defensively is that neither offensive line has been able to get up to the opponent's second level. Watch the green shirts, the linebackers, they're 15, 22, they're unblocked. There's nobody on them until well after the runner has been engaged, and those big guys up front have a lot to do with it. They're inviting double teams and keep them that way, and there's a pick.
Big play right here, pick off and going the other way for Jackson-Olin down to the 10-yard line. That is Tebow Rudolph, who's going to grab the INT and set up the Mustangs in great field position.
Yeah, this is a nice play by Rudolph. I think he really kind of invited the throw from a young quarterback. You're going to watch him. He's going to play this route inside out and showed pretty good hands too, plucking that thing right out of the air. You can see him right in the top right-hand corner of your screen. He just kind of baits the throw and breaks right to it.
Great hands for the big guy, able to yank it down, and he knows which direction to head, and they finally spin him out of bounds at about the 10-yard line, so they'll start this drive in the Sarah Automotive red zone. First down and 10 for the Mustangs.
And that young quarterback will learn.
Give office to Jones as he will take it to about the 8-yard line. Picked up a couple yards, maybe 3. Second down and 7 now. Bennett on the stop for Fairfield.
Yeah, this is money territory right here.
Again, thanks to the folks at Sarah Automotive for bringing you the red zone throughout the game tonight. Second and about 7 now. Low. Receivers either way. And that play was doomed from the beginning, and they're going to grab Jones and sling him back. That time Jones came across, and timing was just not good on that play, and Dukes makes him pay.
Yeah, just another A-gap blitz by the linebacker. You can see he avoids and really had to kind of stop and let a pulling guard go around him. Not really sure how that developed that way, and almost took the handoff.
Looked like that time that Jones was not sure if he was getting the football. He kind of stopped out there around the tackle and looked inside, and confusion in the backfield. This time Low looks down the middle, throws it incomplete. Diving effort. Not able to pull it in. It's going to be Brown trying to pull it in. So now it's going to be 4th down yet again for this Mustang offense.
Yeah, tried to throw a little pitch and then came back and tried to hit this seam. Had the route, but just not able to put the ball on the money.
4th down for the Mustangs. They have been stopped twice before, and they're going to take a timeout and talk about it. Why don't we do the same thing? 2:13 left in the first half. J.O. knocking on the door.
Timeout Mustangs.
While you're at home with family for the next few weeks, don't put off scheduling home repairs. Call Ox Foundation for a free estimate. With more time at home, you tend to notice things you haven't in the past. Mold and moisture in your basement or crawl space, uneven driveways, stair-step cracks in your exterior brick, uneven floors and doors. If your home is showing weakness, it's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Stay strong, Alabama.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune into WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. Thursday, October 1st, the Randolph County Tigers travel to Fayetteville to take on the Fayetteville Wolves. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Football continues next week, back in region play, and we've got a dandy Class 2A game. Top-ranked Randolph County under Coach Pat Prestridge taking on the Fayetteville Wolves. That is next Thursday at 7 o'clock. And again, Coach Limbaugh of Fayetteville does a tremendous job as well. That's going to be a head-to-head matchup next Thursday evening. Randolph County taking on the Fayetteville Wolves right here on WOTM. And all the roads, of course, lead to the championships. As we mentioned, December going to be the site at Bryant-Denny Stadium, as we've got the Super 7 coming your way. Also basketball, baseball, and softball as well. We're WOTM and proud to bring you AHSAA championship events throughout the year.
One of the top high school events in the United States of America. Alabama Super 7, there are very few events like it in high school sports in this country.
Coach Vakakis, big decision right here on 4th down, needing to get inside the 2. As Lowe drops back. No pressure this time. Tucks it over on the left side. Now he's going to try to run. Cuts it back against the grain. He's to the 5 to about the 3, and they're going to come up with a stop right there, about a yard shy. The hit in there by one of the Fairfield defenders, number 8. We don't have him on our roster, but a good play nonetheless, as he stops him about a yard shy of the 1st down.
Well, when he cut back to his right here, I thought for a minute he was going to split the defenders, but boy, what a big hit by that young man. And just a great, really, 1st down saving tackle. That's just the way you teach it. And folks, I'm sorry, I really wish we could, highlight these young men and give them their due. I mean, that's a great play by him. I'm sure the folks at Fairfield know who he is, but we just don't have it.
Weren't able to track down that info this week, so we are.
Great play, nonetheless, young fella.
That was huge to come up with a stop right there, just 1 yard shy of the 1st down. And now the Fairfield offense will take over with 2 minutes left. Handoff. Oh, keep it on the outside. It's going to be Bennett. Bennett gets a little bit of running room. 10-yard line, makes a man miss, and he's on the far sideline. And out to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. Bennett that time on the zone read, keeps it around the corner. A great move back at about the 10-yard line.
We're going to learn all about the spring step right there. You see him push off that upfield foot, dance around that defender, and now you see his athleticism as he makes 2 tacklers miss and almost makes a 3rd one miss.
Big Amherst first down coming out from their own end zone. First down and 10. Give this time in the backfield, and that's going to be Fox, and they'll haul him in. I believe that's going to be Boston again on the stop, as he's able to bring him down. The clock's going to roll with 1:30 left. Both teams with 2 timeouts left in the closing moments of the first half.
I bet that young man's a wrestler. That looks like a.
He went WWE move there.
That looked like a takedown.
Yeah. Tell you what, he is a solid ball player. Again, only a sophomore right there.
There's a bunch of those.
Future is pretty bright. And J.O. Bennett, pretty good future of his own. Going to throw it deep right here. And the catch was made. What a great adjustment.
Yes, sir.
Albert hauls it in. And that is a big first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, watch him pivot back here, get his body between the defender. And I don't know how he caught that ball, but he focuses, disregards the hand of the defender. Really, the defensive back's in pretty good shape. Just a great individual effort by that young man right there.
So now with 56 seconds on the clock, Tigers got something cooking here in the closing moments. They're inside the 45. Bennett, pressure, down. Wrapped up that time by Boston. His 2nd sack of the night.
Yeah, you know, we talked about it, what a great combination of speed and power that he was. Watch him from the right side of your screen. Again, he runs the hoop around the offensive right tackle and just uses his speed and power to get yet another sack.
Your 2 key players to watch meet up on that last play. Bennett back, steps away from pressure. They chase him out of the pocket, throws it late across the middle. Catch is made at about the 32-yard line. Clock with 18 seconds. It's good for an Amherst first down, so 18 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, nice scramble move right here as you see, you know, Bennett dips in, works out, sees the void in there, puts in there a nice concentration. Maybe Jacarius Braxton right there with the catch.
Bennett's back again. Looking, throwing for the end zone, got a man down there, and it's going to be tipped away.
Well, if he could have let him a little bit more, it'd have been a touchdown because that young man had a step.
He'd gotten behind the defender when it was underthrown. He came back and played a little defense of his own to prevent the interception. Clock now with 6 seconds. Fairfield trying to go on about a 97-yard drive in the closing moments of the first half. They bring Bennett out here on the side. You got to feel he's going to be involved in this somewhere, don't you, Coach?
Yeah, I think so for sure. But I also think that the Jackson-Olin secondary is going to be lined up about Graymont Avenue too. So
pressure coming. Hanley going to throw it down there toward the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. That is going to be the final play of the first half. Well, we're right back where we started. No score as we head to the locker room. Fairfield taking on Jackson-Olin as we take our break here for half.
Home making you sick? Moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions can remedy any mold or mildew problem in your home. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
All high school students should have an opportunity to participate in interscholastic athletics. Students can gain so much from participating in extracurricular activities through sport. Not only do they learn sportsmanship, they learn respect, and they learn teamwork. All of these are characteristics that students could carry with them throughout the rest of their lives.
Okay.
No score here at Lawson Field. Fairfield and Jackson-Olin in a battle between 3-1 Tigers and the 2-2 Mustangs. Plenty of action here on the field in the first half, and we've had plenty of action in the last 7 days as well. Time for the David Holtzford highlight package from the AHSAA Network.
Time now for David Holtzford's Week 4 prep highlights across the state of Alabama. We will begin again this week in volleyball. First up, this big match in Shelby County last week. Chelsea and Briarwood going toe-to-toe at the net. Number 5, Rachel Moore serves. Briarwood's number 2, Stella Helms spikes, but is blocked by the Chelsea defender number 3, Orlandria Rutledge. After a brief exchange, Briarwood's number 24 goes flying for the save, which gives Briarwood's number 2, Stella Helms, the motivation to spike it harder for the point. Great volleyball action here between Chelsea and Briarwood down in Birmingham, in the metro Birmingham area. Great volleyball action. We have more great volleyball action here in the River region. Alabama Christian's Myra Clark rejects this kill spike from Prattville. Soft touch worked in as the Prattville player closes the point by putting the ball where no one can get it. Prattville wins the point by finding that perfect spot again and goes on to win the match over the Eagles. And as usual, COVID-19 not going to stop our schools from displaying great sportsmanship. You'll see that coming up right here. A great display of sportsmanship down in the River region between Prattville and Alabama Christian in volleyball down in the River region of Montgomery. Now we can move on to football. In a nationally televised game on ESPNU, defending Class 7A state champion Thompson takes control in the second quarter when junior quarterback Connor Harrell connects first with Trey Robertson. Later turns what could have been a disastrous play into a touchdown by chasing down an errant snap and then finding receiver Ryan Peppins in the end zone for a touchdown. Follows quickly with a toss to wide open Sam Reynolds, who finds himself all along near the goal and makes the catch for yet another touchdown. Coach Mark Freeman's Warriors built a 35-7 lead by halftime and turned to defense in the second half to win 35-21 in that game on ESPNU. Now we go to North Alabama. The Athens Golden Eagles travel to Muscle Shoals and take the lead when quarterback Jordan Scott hands it off here to Jalen Gilbert. He goes 41 yards for a touchdown, a 29-28 lead in the fourth quarter. But the story doesn't end there. Muscle Shoals place kicker Trey Stoddard lines up for this game-winning field goal with just 2 seconds left. He boots the 36-yard field goal right through the uprights for a 31-29 win. His teammates rush the field and mob him in the excitement. Muscle Shoals wins it over Athens 31-29. Coleman quarterback Max Doolin is shown at Oliver Woodard Stadium, tossing a play-action pass to Jake Doolin, who secures the ball for a quick touchdown and a 7-0 Bearcats lead. Jake gets another touchdown on this fine run, and Max connects with receiver Nick Glass for another Coleman touchdown and a comfortable lead at the half. You'll see that coming up right here. This is going to be Max connecting with Nick Glass for the Coleman touchdown and that halftime lead. Hazel Green's quarterback Anthony Harbin rolls out here to find wide receiver Andrew Delgado in the end zone for a touchdown to avoid the shutout. The Trojans lost the game 48-6 over Coleman. That's the touchdown by Hazel Green to avoid the shutout up at Oliver Woodard Stadium in Coleman. At the Hoover Metropolitan Stadium Friday night, Bucks quarterback Josh Lundy finds talented sophomore receiver R.J. Hamilton for the catch, and he outruns the defense as Hoover takes a 7-0 lead early on in this Class 7A Region 3 battle with unbeaten Oak Mountain. The Eagles answer when quarterback Evan Smith runs the option keeper, makes a Bucks defender miss, and then speeds the distance for an Oak Mountain score right here. However, Hoover would be too much. Lundy at the controls. He hands off to Dylan Betts-Pauley for a rushing touchdown, and Hoover goes on to win this one over Oak Mountain 42-7. In 7A Region 4, James Clemens taking on Huntsville. Jets quarterback Giovanni Lopez runs left into the end zone for a James Clemens score. Huntsville gets on the board in the third quarter. Quarterback Stone Wallace leaving a strike to Carlos Corbin, who hauls it into the end zone for a Huntsville touchdown. James Clemens wasn't through, however. Quarterback Connor Cantrell looks for receiver Emmanuel Sanders, but finds teammate Tyrek Walker in the end zone instead, and the Jets win it 35-14 over Huntsville. We move on now to Class 6A, Region 6. Pinson Valley quarterback Zach Pyron tucks the football and outruns the defense for an Indians touchdown and a 7-0 lead against Jackson-Olin. In the second quarter, Pyron connects to Jaquel Fells, who sprints in for another Pinson touchdown and a 14-0 lead. A few minutes later, Pyron scrambles again. This time finds wide receiver Micah Woods, who speeds across the field here, and he's going to pick up a great block from Kool-Aid McKinstry. JaQuincy McKinstry, Kool-Aid with a great block. He ran, catch, and scores a touchdown. Pinson Valley wins this one 34-18. Look at that great block there by Kool-Aid McKinstry as they win 34-18 over Jackson-Olin. In another Class 6A clash, this one in Region 2, Opelika High School quarterback Malik Finley hands off to number 24 with Jaden Talbert, who leaps into the end zone for a Bulldogs touchdown. Next, look right here at the bottom of the screen. LaDamian Rowell joins this week's highlight reel when he intercepts this Wolverines pass and speeds into the end zone for a pick six. Bentley closes out the 24-7 Opelika win right here with a quarterback draw and races into the end zone for yet another Opelika touchdown as they go on and win over Carver Montgomery 24-7. And the WOTM AHSAA TV Network game of the week. This was Mountain Brook taking on Shades Valley, picking up in the third quarter. Mountain Brook with a 7-0 lead in the 6A Region 5 battle. Spartans defense steps in. Shades Valley quarterback Earl Woods dropping back to pass, and Rob Gunn jars the balls loose. John McMillan falls on it for the Spartans. Later in the quarter, the Mounties now trailing 10-9. Woods runs the play action for Shades Valley and for the goal line just inside the pylon for a touchdown to cut the lead down to 10-7. Mountain Brook would remain, however, unbeaten. Running back Michael Brogan scoring on this play. And the Spartans rolled to a 24-7 win. Thank David Holtz for putting these highlights together for us once again on the AHSAA Weekly.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills? Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 Preview Show, and Reclassification Reveal Show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Alabama, there are two things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue. You can taste the difference.
Back at halftime, Lawson Field, Fairfield, Jackson-Olin still scoreless here as a defensive battle here in the first half. Time for our weekly Central Spotlight with John Holder. Again, we want to welcome in as John has a sit down with Van Phillips of the Central Board.
Again, this week on the AHSAA Weekly, we are going to take a look at another great board member of the Central Board of the Alabama High School Athletic Association. This week, our Central Board spotlight shines on Van Phillips. He is the principal at Centerpoint High School in Jefferson County. He's been a member of the AHSAA Central Board since 2015. Here's Van Phillips.
Centerpoint principal Van Phillips knows about leadership. He saw it up close in Birmingham in the midst of the civil rights era as a child, while meeting the likes of Martin Luther King Jr. and Fred Shuttlesworth. His leadership has been on display as a middle and high school principal for more than 20 years, as a top AHSAA wrestling official, as a former wrestling and football coach. Those experiences inspired him to develop a unique management style.
I have a simple managerial style. My managerial style is I believe in managing by wondering about. And I picked it up out of a book about 15, 20 years ago, and I've been using it ever since. You try to put yourself in places where you're visible, where you're having conversation with people, and you're constantly walking and talking. You're being involved in the daily structure and the daily activities of your school, of your surroundings. And by doing that, you're more inclined to be in touch with the people whose decision, when you make a decision, that those decisions you make are going to impact them more. So I believe in management by wondering about.
As a member of the AHSAA Central Board of Control, Van Phillips' powerful commitment to helping young people has been on display. As Executive Director Steve Savarese said, Van Phillips always exhibits wisdom, experience, common sense, and the ability to see the big picture.
My experience with the Central Board of the Alabama High School Athletic Association has been a ever-changing, mind-altering experience. I had one concept going in that board, when I was a young coach, was made up of some grumpy old men who hated kids having fun. And after being placed on the board, I see the hard work that the office, the executive director, the associate executive director, and all the people who work at the Central Board, at the central office, how much time and dedication they put into every decision that is made. So that when we're given a folder of information to consider to make a decision concerning policy for the schools that we serve, it is a decision that is made on data and facts and not emotions. And the one thing that we want to do, we want to uphold the Constitution and the bylaws that has been voted on by the member schools. And that's my paramount way of thinking every day. Uphold the bylaws and the Constitution of the Alabama High School Athletic Association.
Don't crack under the pressure of foundation issues. The certified specialists at Ox Foundation Solutions can permanently fix foundation problems at the best price guaranteed. And did you know, moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 Preview Show, and Reclassification Reveal Show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Alabama, there are two things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue. You can taste the difference.
We've played to a scoreless first half. No score between Fairfield and Jackson-Olin. This neighborhood rivalry hooking back up again. And no score in the first half. Tommy Wood along with Coach Rick Rhodes as we get set for the second half. But, Coach, you look back, when it's 0-0, you've had some pretty good defense in the first half.
Yeah, you really have. You've had some first of all, the interior line play on both sides has been pretty vicious. I mean, they've gotten after each other. The defenses have had an answer every time on fourth down. Jackson-Olin has had really some great field position. I think 4 times they started out in plus yardage territory. Not able to convert on any of them. It has been most definitely a defensive struggle.
Let's take a look at some of those key plays here in the first half. Plenty of highlights to talk about on one side of the football, and that's the defensive side. Started off with an onside kick, kind of a pooch kick. Jackson-Olin takes over, had something cooking, able to get some positive yardage, taking it down into Mustang territory. But then on fourth down, a big stop by that defense, and they turn away the JO threat.
And what you're going to see in all of these highlights right here is a lot of unblocked guys. That's the closest we came to a score, a throw that just barely out of bounds. Good pressure right here. One of 2 sacks by that young man in the first half.
Lawson's had a good first half. Offensively, nothing really cooking for Fairfield early. A big interception there going the other way. But Jackson-Olin, they're able to come back around. Looks like they've got something, and 1 yard short, they are stopped trying to pick up a first down and move it to first down and goal. So you look at that first half, and pretty much you've seen a lot of good defensive plays. Yeah. And as you said, Coach, the offensive line, because the defensive front has been so strong, it's hard for the offensive line to get to that second level.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had one of those like on Fox News, the board to draw on right here. But what you try to do is work combination blocks where you secure the line of scrimmage and then get one blocker up to the second level to try to block a linebacker. Neither team has been able to do that very consistently. So what you've seen is a lot of tackles by linebackers and safeties and outside linebackers that have been roaming almost at will against both the run and the pass. And the offenses are either going to have to find a way to stop that to get more consistent yardage down by down, or they're going to have to get some big chunk plays, some 20-plus yard plays, and score, in 1 or 2 plays. And neither offense has been able to do that to this point. You got to give a good heads up and hats off to the defenses. Both of them have been really good to this point.
Defensive fronts have played extremely well here in the first half. Of course, we've talked about J.O. having a lot of underclassmen, but tonight recognizing a lot of seniors as well, as Coach Tim Vakakis able to present them with a banner before the game as the seniors were called out on the field, the parents there with them, and a special night when you look back at senior night for all these young men.
Yeah, it really is. You only get one of those in your life, and of course, not a long list of seniors this year for Jackson-Olin. It's a very young football team, but some key guys tonight, and the way that Coach Vakakis does it is really nice. He's there with the families and the seniors, and they recognize the football players and the cheerleaders as well. And that's the way you want to do it. You can see it's a pretty close-knit family over there in Mustang land.
That's what I was saying. Coach Vakakis working with all units, again, able to go there with the cheerleaders as well and just really recognize all those folks. So a big senior night for Jackson-Olin. They want some points on the board as we're tied here at halftime.
Oaxaca Flaca loves Popeye's Ghost Pepper Wings, and we love her dance skills.
Doing my happy dance. Ghost pepper wings, so good.
Get the new Ghost Pepper Wings with a biscuit for just $4.99. Take them home or get them delivered.
Hardest Cap seriously loves Papa's hot honey chicken, and he's not lying.
Try. Like, it's a different type of sweet and spicy. This is actually fire. I'm not even lying.
Get our new hot honey chicken with a side and a biscuit for only $5.
Back at Lawson Field here in Birmingham. No score here at the half between Fairfield and Jackson-Olin here on this week number 5. Take a look at some of the news and notes around the AHSAE. You got the outstanding running back at Tallahassee, Jalen Daniels. TD runs last week of 99 yards as well as an 89-yard touchdown run. They get the 49-21 win over Elmore County.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about Daniels. I can tell you just from looking at that, he's in shape.
Yeah, if you run 99 yards and then come back and you still got the gas to do an 89er, that's pretty good.
That's an explosive young man,
but
for sure.
Yeah, very good running back there for Tallahassee, and going to be fun to watch the rest of the way through. And, Coach, you look at the second half. You saw Fairfield try to get something cooking before halftime, just kind of ran out of time. But you look at that. Your quarterback coming in Hanley, he's able to get the ball out there to Bennett, and he's able to make some things happen if he gets one-on-one with you.
Yeah, he really can. He can throw the ball very, very well. I do think, though, that when Bennett is a quarterback, they have a little more versatility. They can run the option. His ability to get on the perimeter and hurt you running or throwing is pretty effective as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they play it at quarterback. Keep in mind that Jackson-Olin will get the ball first to start the second half. I kind of thought that, well, they had it first to start the first half, but they did it on the onside kick. So they really get an extra possession right here, and it'll be interesting to see the adjustments that they have made at halftime.
True, and you talk about Bennett able to get some things going. He touched the ball 20 times last week. Not quite that in the first half. I think you'll see more of him being involved here in this second half. Again, taking a look at the folks that make things possible each and every week. We want to thank the folks at Sarah Automotive as they are bringing you the Red Zone here tonight. Again, special thanks to GM Don Wood and all the folks at Sarah Automotive for jumping on board. And again, Tony Sarah Ford being involved with us there in Sylacauga on Highway 280. You got the Honda dealership as well on 280 and Nissan as well. That is the Sarah Automotive Group, and we appreciate them being a part of your Thursday night football action right here on WOTM. Again, Coach Tim Vakakis back out trying to get his troops rallied up and get them going here in the second half as they will get the football to open it up. We will see what adjustments they have made. As you said, Coach, I think the biggest thing for both of us has been the way that the linebackers have been able to get around the football because the defensive fronts have played so well and they've tied up those blockers.
Well, the big thing that you want to do with defensive linemen is either one or two things. You either want to penetrate, and we've seen some of that, or you want to be able to absorb the offensive blocks, make two guys block one. If three defensive linemen can make 5 offensive linemen block, then defense is going to win every time. And that has been really the story of the first half, at least in the interior play. And it'd be interesting to see the adjustments that both teams make. No lack of intensity on either sideline, that's for sure.
They've gotten after each other. That's the thing about it. And some of the biggest wars have been in those trenches, and you've seen the way that they have really leaned on each other in that first half.
Most definitely. I mean, and I don't look for this game to get any less intense at all. Again, these two schools are pretty close to each other. I'm sure these guys know each other, and they're playing for pride, and that's awfully, awfully important.
Fairfield going to kick it off and back deep. It is Jones to return, as he will get the opportunity back inside the 20-yard line. Check that. That's not Jones. That is going to be Brown. Brown gets a pretty good return. 40-yard line, 45, and all the way out to about the 47-yard line. Good play to open up the second half there for Jackson-Olin.
Yeah, Marion Brown showed some pretty good wheels, and yet again, great field position for Jackson-Olin, which is nothing new in this game. They've had about as good a field position as you can have throughout this game.
Malik Lowe, the junior quarterback, bring out the Mustang offense here. Back to the running game. Good run on the inside. That is going to be with the carry that time is Derek Shanks, another freshman for the Mustangs.
We talked about those linebackers being involved. Now, another way to neutralize those linebackers is to knock the defensive interior back into the linebackers, and that time the left side of the Jackson-Olin line was able to do just that.
Back to the run. Shanks, good tough running. He'll take it into Jackson-Olin territory about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, nothing fancy about this. I mean, this is right at the Fairfield defense, and good push by the Jackson-Olin offensive line on the first 2 plays of the second half.
We did not see Shanks with the football in the first half. However, in the second, he's had it on back-to-back carries.
Yeah, well, Shanks averages 6.9 yards per carry, 69 yards on the season with a touchdown, so he's a good one.
He's going to run it right here on 3rd down, pick up the Amherst first down to the 30, cuts it back 25 in the open field. Bennett's going to haul him in, but not before he reaches the 20-yard line. And Shanks giving this offense a lift with a couple of cutbacks here.
He makes a nice cut right there for his first cut, and then he's going to go about another 2 steps, go against the grain.
There's Derek Shanks on the carry for
picks
the
up really, I think, the run of the night.
Big runs to open up the 3rd period, and Shanks has got J.O. on the move. They'll go back to Jones. He's got running room. He'll pick up 5. He's into the Sarah Automotive red zone inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And we're seeing a Mustang offense coming out, and they are really taking control up front.
Really huge holes up front. And you can see, green shirts on those white shirts on the second level. Something we didn't see at all in the first half.
Go back to Jones. He's in the backfield, spins away, fights to the 5-yard line, maybe the 4. And these running backs are finding some good yardage right up the gut.
Yeah, good tough run. I really thought he was going to get tackled from behind at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to carry the tackler for an additional 2 or 3 yards as we see somebody down.
Yeah, player down.
And number 10, is that TJ Shorts?
I believe that's going to be Shorts, and he has paved the way on several plays. So he will. You see right here, they got him by the back, and he just gets leg whipped. Yeah, this fell on the back of the leg there, and he's still down.
Yeah, as the Fairfield tackler made the extra effort to make the play from behind, he kind of whiplashed Shorts with his legs into Shorts' legs. And I wish that would be a cramp, but that doesn't look like one.
We will take the break and come back in just a moment here from Lawson Field.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune into WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. Thursday, October 1st, the Randolph County Tigers travel to Fayetteville to take on the Fayetteville Wolves. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Welcome aboard, all our folks watching on the Spectrum system. Again, Spectrum viewers SD80, also HD 701, WOTM there, because we are all getting ready for championship season. And again, WOTM is your exclusive TV home for the AHSAA championship events. So again, you are locked in and ready for postseason and championship play right here on WOTM. All right, looks like he is bending down over there, going to get checked out, but gives us a good nod there, like he is getting everything back. That is huge. He's limping pretty badly there, but at least he is up walking around. So hopefully
he looked good squatting, but not so good when he's up.
So he's going to have to keep trying to move around. So they're checking him out over on the sideline, see if Shorts can keep on going for this Mustang team.
He sure looks like he wants to, but I tell you what, bad wheel makes it tough in this game.
He was a key element there, coming in pretty much at H-back, able to help pave the way. And he is, as you can see there, a good-sized young man, and he's able to make some things happen when he gets in that line and getting some key blocks on this drive. And moving kind of gingerly, but moving a little better now than we saw a few moments ago. So hopefully he can be back out there pretty soon.
Yeah, looks like there's a lot of want to in that young man.
There is a lot.
I sure hope it's nothing serious.
Coach Hanley there for Fairfield. Seeing his defense giving up a lot of yardage here.
Yeah, the thing he doesn't want to do to come out and start second half and get knocked right into the back of the end zone. That, you know, those first 5 minutes of any half are so important.
Coach Makakis there likes what his offense has put together on this drive. Got a good lift there from Shanks that came in. We'd not seen him run the football in the first half. Had a couple of great runs to open up the third. And well, this Mustang offense knocking on the door here. Trying to get on the scoreboard. About the 5-yard line. Deep in the Sarah Automotive red zone. They go back to that power set, and then I believe someone into the neutral zone. I believe they're going to get the end on this end.
It looked like that Sugar Wolf,
encroachment against the defense.
Perry
Still second down.
Was dotted in the eye back there in that Wildcat formation, or would that be a wild Sugar Bear formation?
That would be
Sugar Wolf. Excuse me.
Yeah, that would be a wolf formation there, and that's going to move it halfway to the goal. The keeper on the right side and down to about the 1-yard line. Carry that time by number 95.
I think I told you wrong, partner.
And I believe that's going to be Jordan Crawford. He is an 8th grader, is what he is listed there for Jackson-Olin. My goodness.
Well, excuse me, it was not Sugar Wolf Perry, it was Big Papa Crawford. So
there he goes, and Crawford is going to take it into the end zone for the Jackson-Olin touchdown. More of the power set. And Crawford just crashes in there, and now Jackson-Olin's on the board. 6-0, 9:46 left here in this third.
Jordan Big Papa Crawford, 6'2", 267, 8th grader. Looks like he just finished his fifth year with the Los Angeles Rams.
And you see that he did follow Sugar Wolf in.
Yes.
So Sugar Wolf leads the way, and Big Papa with the finish. And a 6-0 lead, J.O. waiting for the extra point here.
Well, they came out and made a statement right here at the start of the second half, didn't they?
That kick is up and good, and a 7-0 lead. That's the way you open up the second half. If you are Jackson-Olin, again, the all-name team as Big Papa follows the Sugar Wolf in for 6.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune into WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. Thursday, October 1st, the Randolph County Tigers travel to Fayetteville to take on the Fayetteville Wolves. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
HMR of Alabama provides services for Alabama's state veterans' homes and is proud to serve the Colonel Robert Howard State Veterans Home in Pell City. With competitive pay and benefits, your career serving those who served our country can begin today. If you like to help people and enjoy new challenges, contact HMR of Alabama by logging on to hmrveteranservices.com and choose the Careers tab to find out how you can join the HMR team.
Yes.
Kick down to about the 25-yard line. Up to about the 40, about a 15-yard return that time. Bringing it back, Albert, for the Tigers, and let's see how Fairfield answers here.
Well, it looked like that Jackson-Olin made some great adjustments at halftime and able to get some blockers up to that second level, but played with a little more quickness in their step right there. We'll see if Fairfield can answer. It looks like that Hanley is going to get the call at quarterback.
Again, just a freshman here.
Or perhaps not.
Maybe not. They bring Hanley back out. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Keeper left side. And turning the corner, 42-yard line before hitting out of bounds. It's going to be Albert. We saw him take a snap. Third player we've seen take a snap for Fairfield here in this game.
Nothing fancy about it, just direct snap. Tried to run the sweep to the field, not able to block the edge, forces him deep, and he's able to get some yardage, but the pursuit is able to run him down before he's able to turn that corner.
Second down and long. This time they'll move Albert and put Fox in the backfield. So our fourth player to take a snap. I believe that's Fox. He's going to try the right side. He's hit right at the line, and then big hit out there that time. Looked like finishing him off was Aiden Hall, another sophomore.
Well, this is a young football team for Jackson-Olin. You gotta be excited about their future.
How about that guy right there? Nick Barnes, 5'10", 285. That would be a sophomore as well.
Yeah, I would say you could say they've got a young nucleus that could be pretty good.
That's going to be a fun team to watch for the next couple of years. They are loaded with some young talent. Third down and long here. Bennett pitches back, trying to get to the edge. Chopped down at about the 49-yard line. Got to be about a yard shy of the first down.
Yeah, I really thought he pitched the ball a little bit too soon, and that the pitch key was going to be able to make the play for not much yardage at all. But you can see he just outruns on the edge right there, and nice inside cut. Picks up an additional 5 yards and makes it this 4th and 1. And we'll see what the Tigers decide to do.
Down by 7. Looks like they bring Bennett up. And gonna roll the dice here. Needing a yard right at midfield. Bennett hands it off, and first down picked up. And to the 46-yard line. That's Fox on the carry for the America's first down.
Yeah, ran the zone read, read the end man on the line of scrimmage. He stayed at home. Good job of sealing the defense. Inside linebacker gets caught up inside and put all that together, and it's a first down for Fairfield.
Fox has been impressive tonight. He's run the ball very hard.
He's had a good night.
So first down and 10 for the Tigers. At the 46-yard line now, J.O. Bennett keeps it left side, cuts it back. Hit, falls forward.
Yeah, that time the Jackson-Olin defense got outside to take away that quarterback run. Bennett tried to cut it back up inside, but good pursuit by the backside of the Jackson-Olin defense limits that to not much at all. And you see the read. He bounces outside of the end, goes inside the scrape linebacker. But nice closing pursuit by those green shirts.
Good play by Rudolph to set the edge and then come up with a stop as well. They'll try the left side. And in there, holding on. Once again, that guy up there in front, Nick Barnes, a sophomore,
yeah, good
makes
penetration.
initial contact.
Yeah, good penetration right there. Didn't eliminate the read either, but Barnes is able to split the double team from the inside. And if you watch him as he comes right between the center and the guard on the backside, really, and comes through and just stops that play before it ever starts, then gets a lot of help from his friends.
How about your two defensive tackles? Sugar Wolf at 6'2", 265, a sophomore, and there's Barnes, 5'10", 285, a sophomore.
That'll make you sleep good at night, I'll tell you, if you're the defensive line coach.
They are tough to block. Bennett going to throw it deep. Down the middle, oh, can't hang on. Had him at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I think he really mistimed his jump just a little bit. Ball's thrown pretty well. And just really, I think, got a little airborne a little bit soon. Ball slightly behind and not able to adjust to the ball. And the result is incomplete pass.
And J.O. defense trying to come up with a big stop here.
And that's the kind of look that you get from your head coach when you don't haul one in that probably you think you should have had.
7-0 J.O. with the lead. Bennett going to have to punt the football away. He'll take it. Pretty good kick this time. Fair catch called for. And he will be whistled down at about the 20-yard line. Tom Jones hauls it in, and the official, is he going to say the fair catch and then running with the football? Let's see as they sort things out. I love that look.
Against the kicking team.
Yes.
Penalty is declined.
Illegal procedure against the punting team. You got to love the eye roll when you didn't turn the microphone on.
Well, it's not like they get to do this every week. So that's,
Where it comes. Instant replay. Watch. That is awesome. Great job. The eye roll of, you got to be kidding me. I got to turn this thing back on. That's good. Going to be JO football. They lead by 7 when we come back after this timeout. 6:08 left in the third.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. Tune into WOTM every Thursday night at 7 for the AHSAA WOTM Game of the Week. WOTM available to every cable TV provider in the state. If WOTM is not currently a part of your provider's channel lineup, call and request WOTM. Thursday, October 1st, the Randolph County Tigers travel to Fayetteville to take on the Fayetteville Wolves. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the football Super 7 and basketball, baseball, and softball championships.
Your health is everything. It is your wealth. Your family's wealth. Being and staying healthy is the only security you can give to yourself and loved ones, your family. With a multifaceted approach to health and wellness, our family will assist and guide you in that quest. Live responsibly. Join our family. Call and make your appointment today.
7-0. JO with the lead. Had a great drive to open up the third period. Able to get on the board there. We'll try to add to it here.
Wasn't anything fancy about it either. They ran right at the Fairfield defense and had great success.
They got big guys up front that can get it done too. This time going to go to the air, deep down the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Jones there. Had a step. And Jones had gotten behind the defender, but they're unable to connect. That's the second time we've seen Jones get a step and just need a little more air under the ball for him to run under it.
Yeah, Low, you know, his numbers on the year going in are pretty good. 59% completion percentage for right at 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. But he has not looked very comfortable in the pocket, in my judgment, tonight at all. He does not look smooth or in rhythm right there and has not been very accurate with his throws. See if he can get that corrected.
Got pressure this time, dumps it off short to Jones. Jones picks up first down yardage, spins away, and gets out to the 35-yard line. Good for an first down for Kaiser Jones.
And that's really the first we've heard of him tonight. You know, we talked about his game against Pinson Valley, one of the top 6A teams in the state. He had 8 catches for 82 yards against them. Little flat route right there, and picks up a nice gain. I know the Mustangs want to get him going. He had 2 TDs against Pinson Valley as well.
Big first down right there to keep the football on the possession of the guys in green. Low looking for the crossing pattern. Throws it deep. Good catch out at about the 45-yard line. That was a great catch by number 13, Amarian Brown, and good for another first down.
Yeah, and I think that's Lowe's best throw of the night. You can see that he drove off that backside and had some authority on that football and put it right on the numbers.
They looked at Kaiser Jones on the crossing pattern underneath, and defense just stepped up and took that away. So he looked to the second level and throws a bullet there. Staying with the air game. In trouble, going down. Pressure came through that time. Big sack back at about the 35-yard line, and that's going to be a big loss for JO.
Yeah, this is really a great effort by the defensive end of this side. Again, runs through a double team and just, obliterates the blocker and the quarterback. And again, you know, I wish we had him. It's really a great play. We'd love to recognize him, but we just don't have that number on our roster.
So now you're looking at first and long for the Mustangs. Low steps up, then throws it late, and they're going to rule it a catch at about the 42. Still going to be third down and long. That time Low delivered a little bit too low. Had to go down to make the catch.
Not sure that one didn't skip right there, but negligible gain anyway.
So now third and long. That sack creates a behind the chains situation.
Yeah, it really was a great play by that young man.
75, yeah.
The defensive end on that side.
So We'll go to the running game. Not a lot that time. That's Shanks on the carry, and he's not going to get much. He'll be driven back. That was number 75 again. Also in there, number 11 we think is Albert.
Yeah, just got pretty basic with it. And again, ran the double pull, but lots of white shirts over there and really nowhere to go.
So they have to punt the football away, and not much of a roll. So at the 33-yard line, it's going to be first down and 10 for Fairfield. Down by a touchdown, 7-0, J.O. on top.
Possession to
Really a
Fairfield
great
Tigers.
defensive sequence by Fairfield that time. Had the negative yardage play and got him in a minus yardage situation and didn't let him out of the trap. See if that momentum carries over to the offensive unit.
First down and 10 for the Tigers. In the third period, 2:53 left. Week number 5, again a non-region matchup here.
You know, Tommy, you just kind of wait for Fairfield to, you know, get one of those explosive plays, some big chunk play to kind of light a fire under their offense. They've had some good plays, but not very many. Their defense really has kept them in the game, and working hard on the Jackson-Olin sideline, as the coaches are on both sidelines in this very, very tight game.
Bennett loose for a second. They're able to round him up and take him down. Good stop in there by Boston, and now a little extracurriculars there. As they all do a couple of flips and falling around there after the play, but no harm, no foul.
Yeah, I tried to run the option, and you can see the outside is taken away, and pretty good body slam at the end there by Boston. And you know, Bennett does have a right to get up.
Be sinking down and long here. Bennett going to the air, steps up now. This is where he's dangerous. Gets away from a couple. But he's going to be tracked down about the 35-yard line. Again, Nick Barnes leading the way.
Yeah, that time Jackson-Olin is going to bring outside pressure from the bottom of the screen. Bennett feels it, steps up in the pocket. You look right there, number 24 comes on the blitz. He's untouched. Bennett sees him and steps up and is able to weave his way through and turn what could have been really a disaster into something positive.
It's a third down. Big play here. Coach Hanley's Tigers. Again, very frustrating night for him offensively. They're just not able to move the football. And blitz coming. I believe he was in the zone a little early. They're going to throw it, and I believe I heard a whistle there. Tried to find Bennett out here.
Yeah, just really tried to get rid of it, but sure looked like they were offside.
The officials will. Coach Vakakis very animated on the sideline, wanting to make sure he's got the indication here. It looks right here. Is he in the neutral zone when the ball is snapped? He keeps going forward. Yeah, the receivers. Yeah, you look on the offensive side first. So
there was a slight problem from the Fairfield side. There were two receivers that were well into their pattern before the ball was ever snapped, which I think Coach Vakakis is pointing out.
It's punting time. So Bennett's going to have to punt the football away after they decline that. And it is out of bounds, so it's going to be Mustang football. So after all that is sorted out, still it's punting time. J.O. gets another chance offensively to come out with 1:05 left in the third. So let's see, there's again trying to sort out the flag issue. As the officials will talk about it right here. So head official wants to make sure he got the microphone on when he gives us our explanation here.
Now he's trying to sort it out on the field.
Right. I believe it's going to be on the punting unit that was not set. I mean, they're still moving around when the ball snapped. And
well, you know, being set on the line is a relative term, Tommy. They were kind of in the general area, but there definitely was movement there. Doesn't seem like that should be a long conversation.
That's what I was going to say. It didn't seem like that it should go as long as it's going here now. They clear it up.
You know, maybe they're just getting their after-game meal.
Figuring out exactly where you want to go. I mean, that's important. You got to talk about it at some point. Coach Hanley wants an explanation over on the Fairfield side.
You got to be said, Coach.
Again, Fairfield trying to go 4-1 for the first time since 2014. Offensively, just not able to get anything going against this JO defense. And here we go. Here's our explanation.
Holding against the defense.
Okay.
Okay.
So holding against the return team. So
all right, well,
see how we're going to sort that out. If it's after the punt, it's just going to be, Coach, 10 yards from the end of the run.
Yeah. I think maybe Coach Bakak is maybe talking a little bit about the group social that was going on while the ball was snapped. Because they definitely weren't set. Seemed like that should be offsetting penalties and go again.
All right, so let's see if we can spot the hold here.
Look for number 32.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
that's pretty good hold.
Kick,
here we go.
On the defense.
Okay.
Still 4th down.
Right. So still 4th down, so we're going to repunt. So here we go. Coach Bakakis trying to get the explanation there. Asking,
it was
their ball. So
nobody seems to be too concerned about the movement.
Right.
I
believe they skipped past that one.
Yeah, but that's, you know.
So it's going to be, so I guess punting time again. Let's see, make sure that Fairfield, now they're confused on their side of the ball. You see Bennett there.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion.
There's a lot of confusion here.
And you know, you might be asking, well, if it was holding on the defensive team, why wasn't it just tacked on at the end of the play? Well, the reason is because the hold occurred before there was a change of possession.
Right, yeah. I thought it was going to be one of those downfield holdings, but after we saw it on the screen a moment ago.
I know one thing. We got a lot of confused guys here on the field. Is Fairfield getting ready to go for it?
I think they may be going for it. Hanley looked like he was getting the offense back out there. And you're looking at 4th and you're looking at 4th and about a yard and a little bit over a yard. So yeah, I think you're going to see the Tigers go for it here.
Tommy, you want to recap this for us there, buddy?
No, y'all just rewind it. But yeah, it's basically after that, I mean, it sets it up so it's 4th and about a yard and a little bit over a yard. So this could be a huge holding penalty. We're going to look back at that later on. Is Bennett now another flag?
Sure. Why not?
And let's see what we've got here. I think we've been about 5 minutes without a play.
I wonder if it's a delay.
Because of all the confusion? Let's see.
Prior to the snap, delay a game against the offense.
Wow.
Still 4th down.
So from 4th and a yard, you go to 4th and 6.
Somehow that seems to fit in with the last couple of minutes of scenario. So now is it?
And it looks like he's brought the offense back off the field, so they will punt the football away. Wow. A lot has happened there without nothing happening.
Could not be said better.
And the punt goes out of bounds. J.O. will have pretty decent field position to open up this drive. 55 seconds left on the third. Again, kicking off week number 5. Most of the teams around the state playing non-region opponents.
Frustrating night for that gentleman with the headset on, and Jackson-Olin will try to go back to not the previous drive, but the one before, and see if they can't get into that end zone again.
Opening up first down. They will go to the run. A little running room to the near side. Tell you what, that Jones has got some speed. Again, only in 9th grade, he's able to turn the corner and pick up an first down.
Yeah, good vision right here. Watch this cutback all the way to the right. sees that little seam to the backside and is able to use that good speed and
First down, Mustang.
pick up a nice gain.
We've mentioned his vision a couple of times, Coach, and I tell you, he is able to make some cuts. That time just kind of slipped when he tried to bounce it outside. It's time for a short game there. Going to make it second and about 9, maybe 10.
Yeah, the thing you got to do now in that read zone is you've got to eliminate that end man on the line of scrimmage with the read, and that time he was able to fall back in and make the play. I wouldn't be a bit surprised now if at some point we don't see Lowe keep it and try to get around that end for big yardage. He's averaging almost 5 yards a carry on the ground. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see that. That'll be 5 free ones.
Go with a long snap count. Get the defender in the neutral zone. That'll pick up 5.
Prior to the snap, encroachment against the defense. Still second down.
Offsides, Tigers.
Coach Hanley.
I guess it's time.
He's had a tough night.
I guess it's time for my weekly question to you, Tommy. How many plays in the history of football have started before the ball was snapped?
I'm going to let you go this week and say, Coach, you tell us.
That'd be none.
That'd be 0.
And I always kind of wondered why that nose guard, couldn't figure that one out.
That's going to be the end of 3. J.O. leading by 7 as we head to the 4th period here at Lawson Field.
Let's get ready for the last quarter of the game. Don't forget
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Ox Foundation Solutions has the expertise and the know-how to repair cracks, wet basements and crawl spaces, and uneven floors in your home. Ox Foundation Solutions will come up with the right fix for you. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong.
I'm Alan Parnell of the Parnell Insurance Agency. For 28 years, we've provided our clients in Alabama and Georgia with home, automobile, life, business insurance, and surety bonds. Our Oxford personal line staff is Michelle, Christy, Elisa, and Ty. Our Oxford administrative staff is Alan, Amber, Carrie, and Ty. We invite you to come to one of our offices in Oxford, Alabama or Tallapoosa, Georgia, and discuss your insurance needs with one of our insurance professionals.
Hey, don't forget, keep up with Red Devil Reviews, Central Phoenix City High School football. Again, Coach Patrick Nix and all those folks. It happens every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. Again, Patrick Nix giving you the lowdown on that football program. Thanks to the folks at Beam. We appreciate them. And again, I want to remind you folks, if WOTM is not part of your provider's channel lineup, you need to do this simple thing. That's pick up the phone, call, and request that they add WOTM. And again, hey, Beam customers, you got it covered. You don't have to worry a thing about it. Again, we appreciate folks at Beam keeping us in the loop there on SD 79, HD 286. Again, WOTM proud to welcome the Beam viewers to the family. 7-0 here as we head to the 4th. Jackson-Olin leading by a touchdown. Now with the football inside the 45-yard line. He'll sweep it to the left side. Trying to get to the corners, Jones, cut off, but he'll spin, take it inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, that's that read toss where the quarterback reads the defensive end, and if he stays at home, tosses it. But I do see a little more laundry on the field, I think, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm afraid we've got some more of that. And official gives us the indication that it is an first down. It actually, yeah, that's just one of the towels. So we're good. We're going to keep on going. Jones on the left side, hit, and he will spin 35-yard line. I tell you, very impressive freshman runner there in Jones.
Yeah, very, very much so. Shows good speed, good vision. You know, like all young runners, sometimes makes one more cut than he needs to, but he'll learn as he gets older.
A good line to run behind. Only 2 seniors on that line. That's left guard Aubrey Allen. Center Jacob Rowe are seniors. The rest will be coming back next year. We got some size up front. Go back again to Jones, and he'll go north and south this time to about the 31-yard line.
Again, the outside linebacker to the weak side. You know, that's always the cutback runner, and when he sees the cutback right there, His job is to make the tackle. And that time, as you look at the left side of your screen, you can see him fade back to the inside. Watch the backside cut, and there's that pursuit coming from the outside in to hold that to really a marginal gain.
J.O. moving the football here. Then coming in 2-2, Fairfield 3-1. Low, in trouble, going down. You saw Fairfield threaten to bring the linebackers, and they went ahead and brought them on in there. And another sack. That is number 8 on the sack there. We don't have that young man on the roster.
Yeah, they bring both linebackers and just more white shirts than there are green shirts, and they make low pay.
Clock rolling, under 10 minutes left. Big play right here for the J.O. offense. 3rd and long. He's going to go with a quick kick it away inside the 10-yard line. Good roll, as it will roll dead at about the 5-yard line. So very effective by Lowe. Able to pooch punt it deep. And now the Mustangs will try to play some defense and try to keep Fairfield backed up.
That's such an effective weapon if you can do that. The defense has to play honest. That you can't really put somebody deep. If you do, you're a man short if the team should run a play, and the result more times than not is just what you saw, great field position by an uncontested punt.
So here comes the Fairfield offense. Their best drive of the night actually started back at their 3-yard line. This time they'll start at about the 5. And Bennett, see if he goes back in shotgun formation or if he's going to be the wide out. We've seen him appear in several locations. This time looks like he will be in quarterback position. Steps back. Now steps up away from the pressure, rolls to the near side, tries to get in the open field, and will spin down at about the 10-yard line. Boston was closing in on him.
Yeah, it takes a pretty good pop from Boston, but it could have been much more. He had him right in his gun sights, and Bennett is gonna, as he weaves back to his left, is gonna duck underneath this right at the last second.
Boston's been impressive too.
Yes, he has.
He's been as good as advertised. Talk about a guy that's offered by Mississippi State and Georgia Tech. Very bright future there. Bennett back to pass. Pocket kind of closes in on him. Now he's going to step to the outside and throw it late, and short hops his receiver out here at about the 27-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and long for Fairfield.
Yeah, gets knocked out of the pocket, but he's not able to square his shoulders and really drive the ball. Just so difficult to throw a completion if you cannot step into the throw, and that ball came up short.
We'll bring Hanley back into the ball game. 3rd down. There's Fox back there with Hanley. Play clock down to 5. They're going to have to hurry to get this snap away. Down to 3, 2. And just in time, Hanley going to flip it out on the outside, caught by Fox. He'll try to get to the near side, but he will be tracked and dropped. There's a good play out here. Once again by that young man, which we talked about earlier, Aiden Hall, the sophomore.
Yeah, it's really a nice job. They tried to run the running back screen to the outside, but Hall just came inside out from his linebacker position, played it just like you're supposed to. It's called a hug-up technique, where you get right on the hip of that running back and makes the sure tackle in the open field and brings up this 4th down.
Jackson-Olin with a stop there. Bennett's going to have to punt the football away. J.O. gets a chance to take some more time off this clock. We're 8:18 left in the game. So you got to think, if you're Fairfield, not many more possessions that you're going to have an opportunity to move the football.
Well, and the other thing is that there's no way you give up another score. I mean, a two-score game at this point with the trouble the offense has had would be almost insurmountable.
Bennett's going to try to get a good punt away. This time he will get a pretty good kick, but also a very returnable kick. And he did wave for the fair catch before he tried to run with it. That time, McCurdy had a lot of green grass in front of him. If he does not lift that hand, he's going to have.
And I really don't know why that he would do that in that situation. That was, as you said, Tommy, a perfect kick to return. It's a low line drive.
Yeah, not a wholehearted signal, but he did raise the hand, then starts calling for the block. So we could have really helped his team with probably about 15 or 20 extra yards right there, because no one had gotten down the field.
Fair catch, then took off with the ball. That is delay of game against the receiving team. First down.
That's exactly what it is that time. They did not call it really the first time, but this time it is a delay of game, so that's going to move it back. So you look at that. If he doesn't call for the fair catch, he picks up 15 yards.
Yeah.
Instead, it cost him 5.
Well, it's really about a 20-yard penalty.
It really is.
I mean, they would have been, down around the 20-yard line. That's really a huge penalty.
So here's the JO offense. Everybody coming for Fairfield. Shanks able to get a little positive yardage, but he will finally be caught up. A little pushing and shoving after the play is over, and a couple of flags come in. Everybody tossing the flags. And they'll have to sort this one out as that pushing and shoving leads to the stoppage of play and a couple of penalty flags.
Well, you teach guys to play, until the echo of the whistle. That time the echo was long gone, and they were still pushing and shoving. And it's going to cost somebody 15 unless it's going to be offsetting.
They will sort it out and give us the indication.
Not real sure that either head coach is going to be real happy after this game. I mean, there's been a lot of mistakes that, frankly, you could make a good case for being beyond at this stage of the season.
Here it comes.
After the play was over, personal foul against the defense. After the play was over, personal foul against the offense. Penalties offset, second down.
All right, so it's offsetting penalties. And takes it.
Fair enough. Prove your point,
yeah.
Move on.
And then you get that warning shot, basically, is what you get right there.
Yep.
But yeah, I think if you're either team, I don't know that you're excited to go watch the film with either one of these coaches.
No, I think you're going to see some guys that have played really hard, but I don't know that there's been a lot of guys that have played extremely well. There's a big hit.
That is a big hit right there by Bennett as he unloads on Jones. Jones gets in the open field. Looks like he's got some green grass, and out of nowhere, Bennett just unloads on him. So let's see it right here in full speed. See if you feel this one.
Right in the middle of your screen, you always want a safety that can fill the alley. Folks, that is an alley being filled right there.
I'm not sure at what position you're looking at him for UAB. I think a wide receiver, but I'll tell you, he's been very impressive on defense too. I mean, he could play a safety as well.
No, he would be a great safety. He's got range, and obviously he'll hit people. I mean, he'll find a home somewhere.
Low back with pressure, steps up, gets away from the first wave, runs into his own man, then wrapped up once, twice, and then he'll go down.
Yeah, really a nice job by Lowe to escape the Jackson-Olin offensive line, all blocked down to their right, which was good, except there were two unblocked rushers to the left outside, and you're going to see that they come clean, and really Lowe does a good job of escaping and turning a disaster into just a play that ended up with not much.
Looks like more of the pooch punt. Oh, everybody moves but the center. That's going to cost him 5 more.
False start.
Prior to the snap, false start. Gets the offense, still fourth down.
Sometimes the best laid plans.
And so from the pooch punt, they will just go with a straight punt formation out there. Coach Vakakis, not the jolly one on the sideline right now. And now they're going to punt it away to that guy right there, where anytime he's got the football under his arm, he is a threat to take it to the house.
If you ever want to know how things are going on a football team, just check out the body language of the offensive lineman.
He's going to roll out to the near side. Jones coming to the near side, 40-yard line, 35, and I believe he picked it up.
I think he did, but boy, what a great individual effort right there.
That is going to be Kaiser Jones.
Number 6, Kaiser
Not
Jones.
sure if it was called or not. He looks down and then just takes off.
I think he thought that was going to be blocked, and he saw an opening and got outside and then reversed his field, and that's a play of the night.
That will be an Amherst first down for J.O. as they will pick it up. That is a huge play right there for this Mustang team. They keep possession now with under 6 minutes left. Back to the running game. They'll go to Jones. Jones slips through a couple of defenders. Running hard to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, nice patient run right there. Took a big hit at the end of it. Now they're definitely in 4-down territory here. So the thing that they want to do from an offensive point of view is they want to avoid any negative yardage plays. And of course Fairfield wanted to, obviously they want a turnover, but they want to get them behind the change down in distance. And looks like we had a timeout maybe.
Looks like got someone shook up out there, so they'll check on him. But you talk about it, Coach. You're looking back at that punting situation. He fielded the snap perfectly. Looked up, and like you said, I think he just saw the pressure, and once he did, just became the athlete that he is and able to scamper away for the first down.
Yeah, I think he sees the pressure, and I think he also thinks the angle of the rush is such that he can get outside of it. But now he does a great job of cutting back because he's really outflanked and then shows that speed and is able to pick up that first down.
He just freelances and fights his way down to the 33-yard line. So I'm with you, Coach. That's the play of the night right there for that team, and it has been in this game.
Yeah, and Tommy, I apologize. I was giving my offensive line anthology when the play of the game was coming on. I didn't mean to talk over you. I was just, offensive linemen always tell you how things are going.
That's right.
You can read their body language. You know exactly what's going on with a football team. And just so happened that that's when the biggest play of the night occurred.
So they get another opportunity here.
They do.
Leading by 7. And they could seal the deal with a drive here. Lowe's going to keep it. Nowhere to run the football there.
Yeah, when you pull someone, you've got to block back to seal the gap that they're vacating. And that time, Fairfield ran a defender right through the gap vacated by the pulling guard, and nobody blocked back. And he was in the backfield as quick as the ball was.
Number 6 we have listed as Dukes, and he's had a good ball game tonight. He's been a good middle linebacker there.
Fairfield's defense has played very well and played very hard. They've had one bad drive the start of the second half. Otherwise, they've had their back to the wall all night and have met every challenge.
Pressure here. Lowe's going to go down the middle, and too much, as he was looking that time for Brown. It's going to stop the clock with 4:40 remaining.
Yeah, I know I talk about this all the time, but again, you got to load up that backside, and the backside's got to start the throw. And that time he really rushed himself. Lowe did. He really started to stride with his lower body as the ball was going back. And you can see it right there. When you take that long wind up to throw the ball, your brain tells your arm to catch up with the rest of the body, and you're going to overthrow it just about every time.
Big play right here, and they'll try to pooch it down again. This one a much shorter kick. They're going to let it roll. And it'll die at the 11-yard line. So 4.5 minutes left. And Fairfield will take over 1st and 10. As we said, not many opportunities coming for this Fairfield offense to get on the board. They got a chance to try to get something cooking here with 4.5 left.
Pretty conservative by Jackson-Olin right there to punt the ball in that situation. But again, playing field position and trying to get the ball back. Punt didn't look like much, but it turned out pretty good.
Workers, our EMT staff, as well as our police
first down and 10 for the Tigers.
Essential workers. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Bennett be calling for the ball here. Again, 4-star athlete for Fairfield. He is good-looking ball player there, and Hanley only a freshman at quarterback, but he has come up with some big plays as well. He'll flip it on the outside. Catch is going to be made, and then ushered out of bounds. I believe that's going to be Pearson.
I just keep waiting for them to just throw it up and let Bennett run under it, get a one-on-one situation, and just count on his athleticism to get him a big play.
Second down, about 3.5. Same play, and picks up the first down. It's an first down for the Tigers as they try to get something going here. Clock stops with 4:18 left.
Yeah, that's two little nice out routes in a row for a first down, but I don't think that they're going to be able to negotiate the field with 6 yard, 6 yard, 6 yard, 6 yard. They're going to have to get a big play here at some point.
Go with the empty set right now. Nobody in the backfield as Hanley drops back, looks for the out pattern, and catch is going to be made. And out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Once again, that is Pearson hauling it in.
Just cleared out everybody on the top of the screen and ran a little out route again. Again for 6 yards. And nice game.
Gets out of bounds and stops the clock with 4:02 left. This time he'll look to the left, throw it deep down the middle. Catch is made midfield and into Mustang territory for an Amherst first down. Well delivered pass and just caught by that young man for a first down.
You can see this throw is going to split the outside linebacker and the inside linebacker to that side. And nice adjustment to the ball by number 4 to pull that thing in.
So 1st and 10 for Fairfield. Getting it going through the air on this drive. Again, the empty set. Looks down the middle, throws it, going to be picked off. Going the other way with it to the 40-yard line, bouncing it outside, 45, and then out to midfield. That is McCurdy who hauls it in for the interception with 3:34 remaining, and J.O. with another stop.
Well, that's a throw that a freshman is going to make. He'll learn when you throw the ball late over the middle. The guy most likely to catch it is the opposing safety. You can see he's trying to get something to the outside. He comes back to the middle, but really does not transition very well. In other words, he's still stepping to the right of your screen and trying to throw a ball over the middle. The ball hangs, and the results are pretty predictable. And a nice play by that young man, Mikhail McCurdy.
So Jackson-Olin offense will come back on the field with 3:34 and try to. We got a celebration over there. I'm not sure if that was the trash can or not. Hard to tell from here, but maybe the goal. Last year I think they had the dunk after the turnover, and we'll see if McCurdy. I believe he celebrated with that. As here we go. He gets the ball and the alley-oop and rips the goal down for the celebration on the Mustang sideline. Losing yardage on that first down play, but that clock is rolling now, and you'll see Lowe let that play clock wind all the way down before he takes the snap. Should be under 5 when he does this one. And we'll give it off, and Jones finds a gap. Jones bounces outside, and the knee will go down at about the 46-yard line.
Well, there's that veer play again, and I don't know that that Lowe did a very good job of eliminating the end, but the end stayed square and did not seal down inside. Watch this thing pop right inside of big number 7 right there and get into the secondary.
It's a knee down right there. Lowe. And Jones in the backfield with him. Let the play clock wind down. We're at 5 on the play clock. We'll take the snap. Sweep it to the outside. Jones is hitting the backfield and breaks 2 tackles. Jones gets loose. Does everything he can just to get back to the line of scrimmage. As he's able to fight just to do that. And I believe timeout has been called by Fairfield. 3 defenders out there with Jones. Look at the balance there, Coach.
Yeah, no, just a great effort right there. And great pursuit by the guys in the white shirts right here. They stunted right into the play. Great individual effort, but great pursuit as well.
A minute 53 left in this one. Hey, don't forget, we want to welcome the folks watching on TV 24, WAC TV. Again, Sparklight and Xfinity. Again, we are proud to have TV 24 joining us here on WOTM, and we appreciate them being a part. And don't forget a familiar face on TV 24. Well, a couple of them right there. Gerhard Methangani and John Holder, Monday through Wednesday, 9 p.m. till 10 p.m. You can check out the show we call Overtime. Find out what's going on in the world of sports as those 2 guys bring it to you each and every week, Monday through Wednesday, here on WOTM.
I bet that's a fun show.
Guaranteed. Those two guys right there can get it done.
Yeah, they know what's going on.
Coach Fakakis here having to sweat out this final 153. He was trying to find a way just to keep the football away, and it didn't happen. And now you got to get your defense to come up with one more big stop here in the final stages.
Yeah, games like this are not easy to coach. You know, your kids are playing hard, but they're not playing particularly well. You're trying to get everything back on track, and you're like the little Dutch boy trying to plug the holes in the dike. It just sometimes you run out of fingers and toes.
Fakakis trying to get an understanding from his quarterback what exactly has happened here in the latter stages. Coach Hanley also, tell you what, you want to be a coach, you look at these two guys and all that they're going through here in the last three.
I think I kind of like broadcasting.
So they're arguing over or disputing whether it's third down or fourth down. And Fairfield coach Keon Hanley is trying to get the official.
I kind of thought it was fourth down.
I was thinking it was. We don't have the fourth myself, but I think the down marker says third, so we will see. Again, having to sort this out, so the officials will stop play, and we'll have a couple of discussions. You had the sack, then the run by Jones, and then that last play by Jones, and that was third, so it should be fourth in my opinion. But
well, that's a big three right there.
That is a three right there. And we'll see what the decision is here. And the official's going to have to go through, and they will.
They may have just turned it because
may have just turned it because he's bringing the punting team out. So he's going to have to punt the football away. So we said we thought that we'd seen three, and this was the first down play, and Lowe just had nothing cooking there. They come back to Jones, and he was able to get a decent gain on the left side, and then the third was when the defense from Fairfield was all over him in the backfield. So it's obviously fourth down, going to punt the football away. Fair catch called for, and now they'll get away from it. It takes a roll, and then down to the 30-yard line. So 1:42 left, Coach, for this Fairfield offense to try to get something and try to get us tied up here.
Well, we'll see how their 2-minute offense is. Pretty tall mountain to climb right here with the trouble that they've had offensively tonight. But again, when you've got a guy like Bennett, you're never out of a one-score game. So we'll see. It looks like the youngster's going to be back at quarterback.
So he will go from the shotgun, but as you said, you got Bennett who is so dangerous, can take it to the house on about any play. This time Hanley drops back, looking, got a man, catch made, and spun down at the 40-yard line. Shoestring tackle there, or Albert would still be running, and a good play to open up the drive.
Yeah, nice throw and catch right here. You can see he's able to split the linebackers and split the safeties.
Big play on first down.
Now, it should be noted here that in these last two drives, Bennett has not touched the ball.
Goes down there.
Best play of the night for Fairfield offensively, I think.
1:36 remaining. That was a well-thrown football right there. Ball at about the 41 after the Amherst first down. This time Bennett is in at quarterback. He'll roll to the left, tucks it under, and pushed out of bounds. The time Muse up to force him out of bounds. That stops the clock with 1:19 remaining.
Of course, the thing that Bennett gives you at quarterback is that versatility of run and pass. If you drop everybody in coverage, he can 5 and 6 yard you to death, and they are in 4-down territory here.
He'll drop back again, throws it in the flats, catch is made, forced out just shy of the marker. That's going to bring up third down and a yard to go.
Good job of managing the clock by Fairfield as well. Get the yardage, get out of bounds. Saves precious seconds.
14 left. Going down to the wire, Coach. 3rd and a yard. Bennett, pressure coming, steps up, hit, and he'll fall forward for the first down.
It's going to be close. He may be a little bit short.
Looked like he stretched that football out, and the official, I don't know what kind of, it's hard to tell from the spot. They're trying to hurry up and go. The clock is stopped with 1:05.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the clock is stopped.
First down.
Unless they're going to measure, they will. Okay. They will say it is a first down. So here we go. 1:02 and rolling. Bennett back, steps up, throws it, got a man, and incomplete. Had him behind the defense there. They're not able to connect with Pearson. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they got him right down the sideline to the right side of your screen. He's behind the corner, and that ball's thrown between the corner and the safety. It's going to be a huge gain, maybe a touchdown.
Game of inches, folks.
Yep.
We are under a minute left, 54 seconds. 2nd down and 10 for Fairfield, trailing by a touchdown. We said it would be a 4-quarter game. We got that right tonight. Bennett back, got pressure, goes left, slips away, throws it late into the end zone, too far, out of bounds. It was out behind the end zone. He had a man, but couldn't get it to him. And it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Really a good job to get that much on the ball, but again, just runs out of real estate.
3rd down, 42 seconds left on the clock. Fairfield still with 2 timeouts. We'll take the timeout to talk about it. 42 seconds left. Don't go anywhere as we are heading down to the wire here at Lawson Field.
Lawson with the City of Oxford, with a word about one of our city's most precious resources, water. Clean water enriches our lives in so many ways, but we cannot afford to take it for granted. Remember, every time you pour something unnatural down the drain or in the environment, and every time you litter, our beautiful lakes and creeks suffer. Our city is beautiful. Let's all join together to keep it that way. Stop pollution where it starts, and help protect our waters for life.
42 ticks of the clock remaining. Fairfield trying to get on the board here. They're down 7-0. They put together a pretty good drive here.
Am I right that Fairfield has 1 timeout left?
One left after that one. So 1 timeout left. Again, we said we might have a 4-quarter game, and partner, we've had one tonight.
As you said, this one is going to go right down the wire. The offensive play has not been stellar throughout the night. There's been some exciting plays on this drive, but I tell you what, both teams have played with a lot of grit and a lot of heart, and they've gotten after each other big time.
And now I believe Jackson-Olin has taken a timeout.
Timeout Mustangs.
So they'll take the break here. 3rd down and 10. We'll take the break when we come back. Again, Fairfield knocking on the door.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
just dream it. Call Family Savings Credit Union. Right now, get something you want for as low as 2.24% APR. You can even apply online or by phone. Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family.
This game going down to the wire. Another one tomorrow night. Expected to do much of the same. Pleasant Grove taking on Clay Central there on My 68. Friday night rivals. Game right there, a rematch of the 2019 5A state championship game that came down to the final yard. They'll meet tomorrow night at Volunteer Stadium. My 68. We'll replay it right here on WOTM Saturday morning. Coach Fakakis with that look of, what do you think? what, you've had that look before, haven't you, Coach?
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, you know, listen, it's like that clock is in double slow motion. You just want that clock to run down to 0, 0, 0 and get out of here with a win.
Tough battle here tonight. It's 3rd and 10, 42 seconds left on the clock.
That quad's here to the bottom of the screen.
Bennett back. Bennett got pressure. They knock it loose. Ball is loose on the ground, and Fairfield gets the recovery, but a big loss on the play, and Bennett's still down there.
Yeah. Case in Boston watch this bull rush straight upfield, just runs right through the block of the right tackle, strips the ball loose, and I think gets his left arm pinned underneath him. Hope that's not serious.
Ooh, gets the recovery. And Bennett is down back at the 45-yard line. As he is spilled back there.
You know, he fell awkwardly when the ball came out. And I'm not sure exactly what.
Boston kind of was grabbing and everybody kind of rolling. He kind of just got the leg pinned under him as they rolled. We'll may take a look at it here in a second, but Bennett that time got the pressure from Boston. Of course, we've talked about him all night, and as he comes in, first swipe, loses the ball, and then
yeah, you can see his left leg is kind of awkwardly underneath him.
So he is still down. That will obviously stop the clock here as they check him out.
Ball is recovered by Janoris Poole, but obviously huge loss of yardage, and maybe more importantly, loss of your key player. Sure hope not.
So he will be out for this 4th down play.
Big play by Boston.
And looks like they're gathered around him there. Again, I'm like you, Coach. Hopefully this is nothing serious for Bennett as he gets up.
Doesn't appear to be too worse for wear.
He makes his way to the side and getting a little better as he moves over there. So going to bring up 4th down here. And that's a double whammy. You don't have him back there at quarterback, but you also don't have him at wide out to throw it up and have a shot in the end zone here. The JO defense got to come up with one more stop here.
Well, you will see the JO defense about as loose as you can get. You may not see any green shirts in your picture except for the front line.
Yeah, back to pass. Got pressure, throwing it down the middle and too short, incomplete.
Yeah, that was Albert back at quarterback that time. I don't know whether Hanley was injured or they just decided to go with a little more experienced player in that situation.
And that will had that as 4th down here. 11 seconds left on the clock. And as we wind down here, Jackson-Olin's going to get the stop and get a big win tonight. And the streak continues. Jackson-Olin winning 5 straight over Fairfield.
Hard-fought football game.
Man, that was a tough one. Both teams there at the end, and the ebbs and flows of a game, and you see the coaches and the looks and the highs and lows for those guys as well. The JO can just take a knee here. They do, and that will be the final play of the ball game as Jackson-Olin moves to 3-2. Fairfield falls to 3-2.
Hard-fought football game.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations,
Tough
Coach
game there, and a 7-0 win for Tim Bakakis and Jackson-Olin as they get the win here tonight at Lawson Field. So big win there.
We will see you Mustangs at the stadium.
Well, a W is a W and an L is an L, and I think both coaches are going to be frustrated when they look at the film. There's going to be some things that they're going to want to correct, but you can't fault the effort. Both teams played extremely hard, and as we said, this is a neighborhood rivalry, and it's good to be 3-2 if you're from Coach Bakakis' standpoint. And Coach Hanley, I know, is disappointed, but he's got to, again, cannot be upset with the efforts. Team played hard.
Big key drive to open up the third, and that allowed Jackson-Olin to get the big touchdown, the only touchdown in the ball game, on a good drive in the third period. And who would have thought an 8th grade defensive tackle would go in for the winning points, but Big Papa Crawford gets the winning touchdown for Jackson-Olin. So big win tonight for J.O. They get the win over Fairfield in week 5 by 7. Great shot by the guys tonight. And we appreciate you joining us. See you next Thursday night as we have more high school football right here on WOTM, presented by Ox Foundations.